don't even know if we should have showed up today because I don't know how today could be any more successful than yesterday. I mean, today's just going to be an anticlimactic, just total radio crap fest letdown, to be quite honest. You know, after the exciting holy matrimony ceremony yesterday with Barry and Lisa Marie, that's why I played the Elvis intro music again. Yeah, just before we hit the MJ Morning Show show open, I needed to kill some time because I wasn't going to jam in a 4-minute and 30-second Madonna Like a Prayer there. That would take us way too late. So I rolled this thing in. Yeah. Little Elvis walk-on music, you know. You know, he was really the first walk-on guy. You know, you have the whole Major League Baseball deal and, you know, the big situation with what's your walk-on music. Hey, does anyone use this? Does anyone in Major League Baseball use Elvis's walk-on music?
You want a little fact? Yeah. Not quite fun.
Oh, really?
A Froggy fact.
Yeah, Froggy, give me a fact.
Did you know that Elvis was a big wrestling fan back? He was a Memphis wrestling fan, and he got the entrance from wrestlers coming to the ring.
Are you serious?
Oh.
No, I made that up completely.
Oh, you lying sack of ass face.
It sounded good, though, didn't it?
So Froggy facts are really just lies.
Yeah, just lies.
Lying sack of crap.
Didn't it sound good, though?
It really did. It sounded very official.
Makes sense.
That was beautiful yesterday. I had so much great positive feedback.
You see the video? The video is great.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the video, it's posted. Hey, Andrew, what time did that finally get posted? I didn't see when it went up, but Buck said, our video dude, and man, I'll tell you what, that guy's pulling his hair out because he's the only one. We had 3 people in the video department. Now it's down to 1.
I gotta say, I'm grateful to Buck for coming in and doing
Yeah.
such a great job. I was watching.
That, by the way, that's not sustainable. 1 guy in video,
No.
that is not sustainable around here. With the amount of video that Sales wants done, you've got active morning shows. That's not sustainable.
Not at all.
You know, just 1 person in video.
Listen, we made it through yesterday, and I was watching it on my phone at early afternoon, like 1:30.
Yeah, he got it up.
Yeah, I
fast.
was watching it fully edited and produced by a little afternoon.
Andrew, what time was it posted? Because I imagine you had to post it, right?
I just edit it, put it all together, and give it to Buck to put on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, you edited it.
Oh, you did the editing.
Oh, well, thank
Beautiful
you.
job, Andrew.
No, I'm talking about who put the post up on mjmorningshow.com?
Oh, I did that.
Yeah, well, so what time was that? That's what I'm asking.
I don't know, 1:32.
All right.
Yeah, I was watching it by 1:30, 1:45. I was watching it on my phone.
If you haven't seen it yet, folks, if you missed the wedding, the beautiful video, scaled down, still like 17 minutes long, isn't it?
Yep.
And
Uninterrupted, the whole thing.
I had people tell me that they have not watched like a YouTube video that was 17 minutes long in a long time. Right. That it was just riveting. It was compelling. Watching Barry and Lisa Marie get married right here on the MJ Morning Show. It was lovely. It was beautimous. And if you haven't seen it, don't do it now because you're going to miss the show. But after the show, go to mjmorningshow.com, mjmorningshow.com, and just scroll down and look for video, the wedding headline, and just watch it at your leisure. And see Barry and Lisa Marie get married. And this whole thing got turned around in a week. He just approached me last week about, hey, what do you think about me getting married to my fiance on the show on Valentine's Day? You know what? I know what it was. This is pretty funny. He sent me a note last Monday, not this Monday this week, but Monday last week. And he said, hey, MJ, big fan of the show. What do you think about me and my wife me and my fiance getting married on Tuesday? I'm like, tomorrow? Question mark. He said, no, Valentine's Day. I said, oh, well, you didn't say Valentine's Day. You just said Tuesday. So, and that's how the whole thing came together. I mentioned it to Fester. We talked about it on the air, and then boom.
Boom is Fester. He whipped this thing together like J-Lo and the wedding planner. He was amazing.
You know, we had the judge call in, Judge Miriam Valkenburg from Hillsborough County, a Hillsborough County judge called in and said, hey, I'll officiate, because we were looking for someone to officiate. And I thought, like I said, I thought we were going to end up with some notary public from the UPS store.
I mean, it would have really stunk if we would have just had like some person with a sign that says notary in their front window of their house come in.
Hi, it's Phil, who's a notary at the UPS store. Hey, Phil, when did they change from mailboxes, etc., to the UPS store? Can you tell us when was that?
I'm glad you asked. Back in 2002, we had earlier information rebranding with major corporations.
Well, you know what the deal was, is that FedEx had the whole FedEx Office thing. Remember, FedEx bought Kinko's, and that was a game changer. FedEx buying Kinko's was huge, and then UPS, they had to get in on the game. So, man, we got the FedEx stores all over the place. All the former Kinko's are now FedEx stores, FedEx Office or whatever. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? And they ended up saying, hey, mailboxes, etc. They ship crap. They got bubble wrap. Let's just buy the whole mailboxes, etc. thing.
Okay,
and that's why it's the UPS store.
I think
now.
it was actually that simple.
I don't want to get lost in the weeds of their beautiful matrimony yesterday with shipping store history.
Why not?
I want to talk more about shipping stores.
I want bubble wrap discussion.
All right, so it happened April 7th of 2003.
I don't need to know that.
Oh,
really?
Yes, you do.
I was joking.
No, April,
April 7th of 2003. It's that far back?
They acquired them in 2001, and they changed the names in 2003.
I thought it was just like a couple of months ago. Just getting rolling here. It's a busy, what is this, Wednesday already?
Speaking of years.
Yeah.
I saw something yesterday, and I thought of you, and I think you'd be horrified if you heard it.
Could you hold this onto this?
Yes,
right,
I want to run this by you.
Oh, wow. All right, so you need to tell me something about a year, and I'm going to be horrified when I hear this?
I heard it firsthand the other day.
All right, well, hold on. That's going to be next on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Back in a second.
Here we go.
version of Ooh Baby I Love Your Way instead of the Will to Power version of Ooh Baby I Love Your Way. And of course, the original, what was that, Andrew? Was that what Peter Frampton, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Peter Frampton. How many freaking versions? How about an Ace of Base version of Ooh Baby I Love Your Way? Where the hell's that?
Ooh, baby. Oh. I saw, baby.
No. I want another baby. Ooh, I want. Oh,
No, all that she wants is another baby.
I love your way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Your way, yay. All right, hey Fester, I know that you want to talk about years and milestones, or you left me with a little cliffhanger just a few moments ago.
I apologize.
All right, but first, I just want to recognize something that I just saw Roxanne do, and I want to know if Roxanne, if you got your fill of Channel 8 Weather Girl eye candy this morning. Did you? So we have a TV on in the room, and we alternate. Sometimes it's on Channel 28. Sometimes it's on Channel 8. Sometimes it's on Fox. So this morning it's on News Channel 8, and we're in the commercial break, and Roxanne's moseying back into the studio, and suddenly she stops dead in her tracks, and she's just oogling at the screen and just...
define oogling.
Well, you're just staring at, what's her name?
Lee Spann.
Lee Spann.
Lee Spann.
Yeah.
She's the morning meteorologist for News Channel 8.
Obsessed with her.
Roxanne is just mesmerized and staring at Lee Spann. And, it's come up in the past that it seems that Roxanne has the hots for Lee Spann, the weather girl on Channel 8 in the morning.
I think
She's a meteorologist.
I'm sorry. That's probably...
yeah.
The weather lady,
no gender. A meteorologist.
Okay,
That's
I'm
what
sorry.
they are.
Yeah.
I don't care how she identifies. She's a meteorologist.
The meteorologist. Now, Roxanne, I know that you're heterosexual. I think,
Yeah,
right?
Yes, I am.
you're
But
taking
I mean,
this-
this is
You've got 2 kids. You're with Doug now
right.
for 10
Well,
years.
I mean, people who are lesbians have 2 kids. It
Right.
doesn't matter.
Oh, that's true. But Roxanne, this has come up on the show before that you do have somewhat of a fixation with Lee Spann on Channel 8.
You're taking a very small sentence I said a couple years ago about how I've always listened to her and I've
it's
seen
beyond
her
that.
and I thought to myself, she looks like someone that would be a really nice girlfriend. Like she just seems like in her voice. Her voice sounds nice to me. She seems like she'd be a sweet friend. And then I've learned a little bit more about her, and I think she's the one who picks the outfits. She coordinates what people are going to wear. That's a rumor I heard.
Oh.
And so then that
I
leads me
thought
to think
you
she's like
were-
the queen bee.
I thought you were loving on the dress she was wearing this morning and that you were just mesmerized. All I know, Roxanne, listen to me. I'm going to move on here, but all I know is it's not often that I see you walk into the studio, see the TV set, and you just stop dead in your tracks.
Because I saw my friend Lee. I mean, I'm not really friends with her, but in my mind I am. Pretend friends.
Roxanne has a
Just saw my friend Lee.
Yeah, Roxanne has a friendship relationship with Lee in her mind.
It's a
Yes,
girl. It's a
exactly.
girl. But you have a girl crush.
No, don't.
It's different.
When you say girl crush, it lends to
She's a fan of hers.
an intimate type
Yeah.
of No, I mean,
Yeah.
You know what? You could be a stalker. You could be a.
You're really taking this down some
I don't know
back
what rabbit
roads.
hole. Yeah.
I just I just thought it was interesting watching Roxanne just stop dead in her tracks while
Yeah.
Lee Spann was doing the
She's-
weather a few minutes ago.
She's one of those people that has jumped out of the TV screen or jumped out of the radio and to me has become my friend. And when I see her or hear her, I'm like, oh, there's my friend Lee, even though I've never met her.
But that's sort of a problem. Just in general.
You ever see a 1 hour photo?
Yeah, thank you.
Cy, the photo guy, thought he had friends too.
That is he thought that all the people that dropped off their film for development were his friends.
Here, take this for your birthday. Free of charge.
Then he starts, are you going to start showing up at our house? Hey, Lee, it's me, Roxanne. We're friends.
I don't
Sitting
know.
on her couch.
MJ, I don't know if you're the right one to analyze this.
I'm
Do you know how many
Roxanne. I'm your friend till the end.
Do you know how many listeners think that they are friends with MJ?
Yeah, that's true.
You know how many people think they're friends with Fester? And they are very far removed.
I don't think they're watching MJ TV and just stopping in their tracks and staring at my amazingly
I think they listen
radiant good looks.
I think they listen on the radio and accept you for all of your perfections and
Imperfections. Oh, thank
Both.
you. Thank you.
All right, so a friend of mine was doing a job interview, right?
We're going back now to what the cliffhanger was that we went to break after the opening segment, and we were talking about that. I don't know, something, and Fester said, "Oh, speaking of dates, I got to tell you about this." And then I said, "Well, hold on to it." Well, here we are.
All right. So, a friend of mine is doing a job interview. He's conducting the job interview, looking for some employees.
Does it matter what type of business it is?
It's over at General RV. We're interviewing
Okay.
people to work in our parts department.
Oh,
right?
nice.
Right?
Okay.
And a couple of people came in. Conducted a couple of the interviews. And
I need the outside door handle for a 1996 Rover.
Is that what my buddy's doing?
I don't know.
your buddy.
Selling.
Hold on. You have a friend that got a job over there
Yes,
as well?
Congratulations to my buddy John, a new salesman at General RV.
He starts
cool.
Monday. We're going to start pounding him.
Wow.
First
All right.
time ever selling.
We're going
All
to
right,
break
so-
his spirit in no time.
There's a job interview in progress.
An applicant comes in.
Mm-hmm.
It's a young woman.
Mm-hmm.
She's about 21, 22 years old.
Right.
And they start talking and having dialogue back and forth. And they talk about how long she says she was born in the area. She's always lived here. She had her little resume.
And this is for a parts department opening?
Yes.
Okay.
And the sales manager looks and says, "Oh, I see you went to high school right down
Yes,
the road."
the number 6 fell off our microwave oven in our RV in the
I'm
kitchen.
on it.
We have number 6s. It's actually an aisle 6.
Okay.
Anyway, she goes, "Yeah, my family has lived in the area for a long time." And then the next question is, "Oh, really? When did your family move to this area?" And she said, "The late 1900s." and he stopped. He goes, "The late 1900s." She goes, "Yeah, like they bought their house in this area," and she was like born in like 2004 2004 or 2002, right? They bought their house like in 1995.
The late 1900s.
So we've lived in this area since the late 1900s.
Oh my God, my cousins, they settled in this area in 1998, man. I tell you, the late 1900s.
I was here in the late 1900s, like out in Ybor every day.
I know, right? I was in Ybor in the late 1900s. Yeah.
My grandfather helped build the Ybor City secret underground tunnels.
Yeah, and she was a
back
sweet,
in the late 1900s.
a sweet person. I think she actually got the position, but just he comes back and we all kind of talk about it, and he's like, hey, I just interviewed somebody who referred to 1995 as the late 1900s. And I'm like, what? It's just total mind blown, and it's true.
It is the late 1900s, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it would. But I think about George Washington was president in the late 1700s.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the...
So she's sort of, maybe she's ahead of her time.
I mean, it's the first time I've ever heard it, but that's how you're only going to hear it referred to moving forward.
In that particular, I guess, conversation, you would have expected it to be like the late 1800s, like 1895, 1899, going into 1900.
Exactly. That's
into
what I
1901, 1906, you know.
We're 24 years removed from the 1900s. It's been a long time. But he told me this, and I'm like, oh my God, I've never heard that.
They mentioned something about some crazy Y2K
Yes.
when the year was going to change from 1999 to 2000, and
a bunch of zeros.
Yeah, and there was going to be a potential computer meltdown, and planes were going to fall from the sky, and then there was some guy that liked purple that even did a song about partying like it's 1999 back in the late 1900s.
I remember that song.
Yeah, in the late 1900s. And
Remember those flapper kids, the Backstreet Boys?
I heard it, and it took a couple of seconds to process what they meant. I'm like, are they talking about like when I graduated high school? And they're like, yeah, I think so.
Is she attractive?
I didn't see the person. I'm sure she's a lovely human. It doesn't
Did
matter.
she get the job?
I think they got the job. I think she starts the same day as your buddy John.
Really?
Very good.
Hey, so, Froggy,
Sir.
your buddy, you've never talked about John. Why do we suddenly hear about a friend, John?
Well, we have two friends.
The only friend that we've ever heard about ever, of course, is Big Lou.
Well, Big Lou and John are my number 1 and 2. I mean, they're my bestesses.
Here's the thing about Froggy and friends.
Big Lou is the only one I've ever heard about.
Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too.
Or you don't know how many meds Big Lou's on.
I've had the same friends forever.
What does Big Lou do now?
He's managing a Sherwin-Williams.
Oh, so he's still at Sherwin-Williams.
Yes,
shaking
sir.
paint. Yeah, but
Climbing that corporate ladder.
I've known Froggy a long time.
What is their slogan? Ask Sherwin-Williams, right? Isn't that their old jingle?
I don't know.
All right.
So Froggy has friends.
Which location of Sherwin-Williams does Lou manage? Which one?
Citrus Park. Go say hi.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, if you're passing by the Sherwin-Williams in Citrus Park, just pop in and say, hey, looking for Big Lou. He's friends with Froggy. Just wanted to say hi.
Is that the best idea?
And I'll tell you what, if you stop in, if you stop in and say hello to Big Lou at the Citrus Park Sherwin-Williams, he'll give you $15 off every gallon of paint.
Okay, let's not promise
I'm
that.
always picturing Big Lou
What?
to be like 85 years old.
All right, I better take that back.
Bester, what are you saying about my friend?
Well, hang on. Let me. Yeah, he's not going to take $15 off every gallon of paint. But if you want to stop it, what the hell was that?
That's Big Lou's med time. Apparently.
I just had an idea.
What was that?
I don't know.
Where did that noise come from?
That was my phone.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. All right.
Mind-piercing sound.
Yeah, if you want to stop in at Sherwin-Williams in Citrus Park and say hi to Big Lou, that's fine. But I don't think he's going to give $15 off each gallon of paint.
How old is Big Lou? Because I'm almost picturing to be like 85 years old, or am I confusing him with your
Big
friend,
Lou is
Hester?
Froggy's age.
My same age.
He's the same age as Froggy.
Froggy has maintained the same friends since high school. His core group of high school friends, his 4 or 5 guys, he's known for ever.
Big Lou was in school with you at Tampa Catholic?
Oh, absolutely. He went there for 1 year.
Was he there when Channing Tatum was there?
I believe he was.
Wow.
We don't talk about Channing
Yes,
anymore.
Andrew.
Yeah, which of your friends had the suits of armor?
Oh, that was I don't want to talk about her.
It was a Trafficante family. You can't bring that one up.
Froggy had a friend that was
I
a girl,
remember
and didn't the father have like
Knights of armor.
knights and suits of armor?
And accidentally stabbed my buddy Mike in the stomach.
Nice.
Hey, look, there's Lee.
All right, she's on TV again, Roxanne.
Roxanne.
Roxanne, oh my gosh.
Lee Span is on TV again.
Roxanne, you're glowing.
I just hurt my neck. Ooh.
Yeah, twisting.
She does look good.
Now, what do you think? Is that a navy blue dress she's wearing?
I mean, that's
Wow.
exactly. You made fun of me for looking at the TV, but I looked at the television when I came in and saw her on it, and I'm like, I'm going to see what she's wearing and what the other anchors are wearing because I heard. Who told us this?
She's
that
quite
Lee's
angelic.
the one who sets the wardrobe standard.
When
So
Froggy-
she texts the other girls and tells them what colors to wear based upon what she's wearing.
Oh, I see.
Through begging and MJ networking, Froggy received one of the coveted News Channel 8 mugs about a year and a half ago.
Yes,
and
I need a new
Avery
one.
Cotton came in.
That was Avery
Right.
Cotton.
and we got to meet Avery. We never met her before, and
Right.
she was wonderful.
True.
And of course, Roxanne starts blasting her with Lee questions.
Yeah. So tell me about Lee.
That's
What's
right.
Lee like?
That's right. That is right. I forgot about that.
She's like, she's really nice.
Tell
And
me about
Roxanne's
Lee
like, really?
Span.
How
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, look, she's got a thing. Spantastic.
Yeah.
She's got a
She's
gimmick.
fantastic.
She's got a weather gimmick. She just had a graphic that said, "Is that like today's temperature is going to be spantastic?"
I think that's the first thing Roxanne said to Avery. What's it like working with Lee Span?
and then
Roxanne is spastastic over here.
And so
My
Avery,
God.
Avery gives Lee a couple of broad compliments, and Roxanne's just nodding, looking for
Whoa,
more.
More.
whoa.
Details.
Hold on a minute.
Yes.
We've got morons in the news coming up, but one last thought here.
What?
You need to email Lee Span at Channel 8 if she's really coordinating all of the clothing and colors that they wear on set every morning on Channel 8. You need to see if you can get in on it so you can coordinate your dress because we're on MJTV every morning on MJMorningshow.com.
I think it was Lee takes a picture of what she's going to wear, and then they all coordinate around.
Right.
it.
And
That
they
would
just
be
have
Roxanne's
to.
dream.
Roxanne,
Acquiesce.
yeah, ask her to add you to the email chain so you can coordinate right here in the MJ Morning Show studio. Folks, we've got early morons in the news next. It's good stuff today. Next on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, also a little Valentine's Day follow-up. We got to get to that. I did a little surprise last night. I don't think Michelle was expecting it, so I'll get into that sometime later this morning. But morons in the news next. is 6:41, and that would be time for the early edition of Morons in the News. Oh, let me point something out, a little programming note, and this is very exciting because I happen to be a big Durante. I had the poster of Simon Le Bon on my bedroom wall when I was in high school.
Ooh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
You don't
yeah.
strike me as a wall poster guy.
I'm kidding. I didn't have a...
You didn't have wall posters? I had a great one of Paula Abdul that I would stare at all night.
Yeah, really? Well, here's the deal. Hey, but Duran Duran is an operative term here because we are giving away Duran Duran tickets for the Durantion of the week. Not the duration, the Durantion.
Totally see what you did there.
That was really good.
Was that Hal Herman approved?
I'll tell you, I'm just sitting here under the desk, and when I hear something funny, I got to let you know.
Do I get a quack on that one?
I'll think what is well deserved.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, go back over the desk.
All right, so this morning we're going to give away 2 pair of Duran Duran tickets. We're going to give away tickets at 7:30 and 9. So 7:30, it's less than half an hour, less than an hour away. 6:42 now. We'll give away Duran Duran tickets at 7:30 and then 9 o'clock. Just keep listening. It's going to be simple. We're not going to make you jump through hoops. I'm just going to take like caller 700. All right? So, no. All right, we'll give away tickets again. To whatever caller, whatever the whim is at the time, I'll give away tickets at 7:30, so that's 45 minutes away. And then again at 9 a.m., another pair of Duran Duran tickets. They're coming in June to Amelie, the big Duran Duran tour. And we play a lot of Duran Duran, because Duran Duran is a, 80s staple band. Seriously, I am a Duran Duran fan. Do you remember, not this past Christmas, don't you remember? I told the story. It wasn't this past Christmas. It was Christmas of 2021, and we were in London because we went to England. Why did we go?
You dropped your kid off or something?
No.
Maybe you just went there for pleasure.
We did. Why? But there was a reason why we decided to go
The
to.
queen had to see you before she died?
No.
Okay.
We went to.
must see Todd.
Yes, bring me Sir Schnitz.
No, we went to England and Scotland, and this was before Chloe applied to St. Andrews.
Maybe you were checking it out because she was thinking about it.
No, it wasn't. It was something else. Anyway,
research on bad
your
dental
friend
hygiene.
Anthony?
No. But remember, I said that while we were in London over Christmas in 2021, we watched a Duran Duran special. It was like Radio 1, BBC, Duran Duran, and they did a live concert that was recorded just weeks earlier in early December of 2021. It was fantastic. Michelle and I were watching this thing on BBC television, and it was fantastic. And they sound great. You know how some like 80s bands, they try to,
Bon Jovi, maybe?
Say the band. Say the name of the band you're thinking.
Well,
Bon Jovi.
Well, okay,
John
Bon Jovi, his voice has just become trash. I feel sad because John Bon Jovi is an amazing talent. John Bon Jovi is a really nice guy. Remember, Chloe was and still is, good friends with Jake Bon Jovi, Bon Jovi's
He's a little
son.
arrogant.
But who?
John.
Say it again.
He's a little arrogant. That's what I heard.
The son or the father?
The father.
Okay.
He's Bon Jovi.
Yeah, he's been a big star for a long time. I'll give him a pass.
Chloe says that's not the case. Anyway, but I have to be honest here. When I went to the Bon Jovi concert last year here in Tampa at Amelie, John Bon Jovi's voice was just awful. To the point where he should not be touring. And it was review after review. It was city after city. The concert reviewers were saying that John Bon Jovi's voice is just, it's over. It's done. And I don't know what's going on, why he can't see a good ENT or somebody to help him out. I don't know whether it's just not repairable. I don't know.
But Duran Duran still sounds really good.
Well, that was my point,
Okay, good.
is that we're giving away Duran Duran tickets, and I saw them do that BBC special on British television, and I was amazed, man. They sound good.
You sure they weren't faking it?
No, it was absolutely live. It wasn't like Rihanna, where Rihanna lip synced 98%. I think they turned her mic on live like once or twice for a couple of seconds during the Super Bowl performance. But the bulk of that Rihanna thing, as we pointed out on Monday morning after the Super Bowl, the bulk of that was absolutely lip synced. All right? That's my new term. I'm pissed off. That's lip stinking. Not lip syncing, but it's lip stinking. Anyway, so Duran Duran, they still sound good. I'm telling you. First thing, I know that.
I wonder what their secret is. Like a lot of honey and lemon water.
Well, hey, Dexy's Midnight Runners. Remember we had that video of them doing a concert like a couple of years back, and like they were doing "Come On Eileen," and it was like a wolf was singing.
They're a one-hit wonder.
It was like
Duran Duran's a legendary band.
Right. No, but there are some bands that can still pull it off. They still sound fantastic, and there are others that just can't. All right, I got to get to morons in the news. So a couple of little Super Bowl follow-up things here. This is pretty crazy. This is a Michelob Light event, right? Michelob Ultra. And I'm not a beer fanatic, but they threw a Super Bowl bash. So it's the Michelob Ultra Super Bowl bash. And this was happening in Scottsdale. They ran out of Michelob Ultra.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
What?
Exactly. So Anheuser-Busch, Michelob Ultra, they did a special Super Bowl party and viewing deal, and this was in Scottsdale, Arizona, which is right in the Phoenix area. You know, you've got Scottsdale, you've got Phoenix, you've got Glendale. So you've got the various little communities. So they were throwing this huge Michelob Light party for the Super Bowl, and it was held at Top Golf, which, by the way, I've been there. Because I went to that exact location on a Chloe soccer showcase with a bunch of parents. And how do you run out of Michelob Ultra if it's a Michelob Ultra event?
I mean, wouldn't you have like semi-trucks full of it?
Duh.
Lined up, access to.
Yeah, reefer trucks just loaded, ready to go.
Wouldn't you make sure that you actually have so much that you probably leave with a pallet or two?
I mean, you start handing it out to the bums outside of the Top Golf afterwards.
I just thought that was funny. I don't know how. You know what else I think is funny?
But
a woman claims that her boyfriend. I'm sorry. A woman claims that her boyfriend found a rubber glove in his meal at the Cheesecake Factory.
Ew! A rubber glove.
Yeah.
Is that a new flavor cheesecake or something?
What meal was it? Like what dish?
It's horrendous.
Fried mac and cheese.
Really?
I have not been to Cheesecake Factory in about 20 years.
I'll tell you now, they have one at International Plaza.
I know that.
And
Pretty
I took
good.
my daughter there
I realize that it is like 2 miles from my house, but I have not been to the Cheesecake Factory. You know, last time I was at the Cheesecake Factory was there, and it probably 2007. I mean, it's been a long time.
I always have a good meal there, but that menu is just diabolical. It's so hard to get through. It's a dictionary.
Well, it's ridiculous. I mean, your menu should not take you 17 hours to peruse. So, anyway, this woman videoed her boyfriend pulling a rubber glove out of his fried mac and cheese dish. That's wow. I don't know.
Fried mac and cheese actually sounds really
So,
good.
what, the food prep person? I mean, don't you know if you lose a rubber glove, it comes off your hand? What are they, stirring the macaroni and cheese with their hands in a big bowl? Or, I mean, and then the glove comes off?
Well,
don't you realize, wait, hold on a sec. I had a glove on my left hand and a glove on my right hand, and I'm now missing one. Don't you look for what happened to your glove?
Yeah, but if you can't find it, that kind of makes sense because it could be one of those translucent-ish white or cream-colored gloves, and it could start to look like pasta noodles covered in cheese in the dish.
So, MJ,
Right?
I'm looking at the fried mac and cheese. And
Tell you what, this fried mac and cheese tastes awfully rubbery today.
Okay. I'm looking,
They're like balls.
Yeah, they're balls of.
All right, I gotta
wait.
be honest. Also, it's probably better to find a rubber glove in there than something else that might be latex.
Yeah.
All right. Yes,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Fester.
I'm looking at this, and it obviously was. It couldn't have been a whole glove. It had to have been like the fingertip of a glove, because it's all balled up and it's fried.
All right, she said that my boyfriend got the mac and cheese bites or fried mac and took a bite out of one of them and immediately started gagging, slowly pulled an entire plastic rubber glove out of his mouth, that was fried into his mac and cheese bite.
So it must have been like a whole glove in one bite.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe the glove hadn't been on a hand yet. Maybe it was like just out of the package and rolled up tight. And
no, they're not rolled up tight in the package. You pull them out and they're in
They're like tissues.
They're in full spread when they're in
how does
those.
it sneak in
And
there?
I don't know if whether it was a latex glove or the non-latex or the nitrile gloves. I don't know, but I'll tell you what. They called the server over, and the server said, "Would you like the other side? Would you like the other hand?"
Yeah.
No, I don't, but anyway.
I want to see video of that.
Well, yeah, the video's out there. The video is viral, so we'll try to dig that up. All right, 6:52, just getting rolling here with early morons in the news. I will carry it over because it gets better from here. What do you do if you're a ballet director and you get a bad review from a critic?
Well.
This is a very un-ballet thing to do. Hang on. You got to hear this. Next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. On Q105, 7:03. My apologies. I'm running about 2.5 minutes late here, so I apologize. Because when your alarm goes off at exactly 7 o'clock, it is my goal to have just A-list, phenomenal MJ Morning Show content blaring in your ear. So my apologies for running just a little bit late this morning. Oh, there is a Tom Brady Valentine's update. And we need to get Roxanne's opinion on this, so we'll hold off until Roxanne decides to come back to the studio, because right now I have no idea where she is. Is she tracking middays right now?
I don't know. What
is she doing?
She runs her own schedule.
All right. So I got a question for you. If you're a ballet director, and if you get a bad review from a critic, what do you do? What do you do? Anybody?
Yeah, you got to take this seriously. And ballet dancers, they're a little bit tightly wound.
Yeah, have you ever seen Center Stage?
Man,
You ever
movie?
seen Black Swan?
You just blasted in here like you didn't miss the whole first minute of the segment.
Center Stage is better.
Where were you?
Nobody would have known
Just
if you
down the
didn't bring
hall.
it up.
I just went to the restroom.
Okay, all right,
All right.
just checking.
Yeah, that's.
What number?
The 8 minutes was not enough for you? The break?
I was in here part of the time.
All right, all right.
Took us.
She had a lot of cheese over the last
All right,
couple
so
of days, MJ. Give her a break.
Now, Black Swan, I saw that was a very dark movie
Very.
about like
Ballerinas.
the ballerina and the total meltdown, right?
Yeah, with
Didn't-
Natalie Portman.
Didn't one ballerina kill the other ballerina?
That's what I think it.
Right?
I can't remember. It was.
Yeah.
I saw it a long time ago, but I remember it was a very dark movie. Yes.
All right, now, as you know, I don't do a lot of foreign morons in the news stories unless they really stand out. And actually, today I've got two that stand out.
Okay, so let's stop saying you don't do foreign morons in the news, because you did one earlier in the week.
Yeah,
I
3 days
did.
in a row.
So
Well,
I mean, we're moving that way.
Yeah,
now.
didn't you want
We're
to call
starting
them
to outsource our morons.
four-on morons?
I'm just saying that primarily the morons in the news stories are domestic, and in many times they're Florida or even local morons in the news stories. So a ballet director got a really bad review on the ballet that he was directing from a critic.
Stab you in the eyes with my pointy
Well,
shoes.
You're not far off. What does the German ballet director do to the critic that smeared him?
Oh, the German guy?
Yeah.
He firebombs his house.
No.
Pirouettes on him.
Pirouettes.
That's the only ballet move I know.
I gave you a hint when I said smeared. What do you do if you're a ballet director and you get smeared by a critic?
You smeared peanut butter on him.
Oh, no, it's not peanut butter.
Oh,
Ugh.
I just wanted to
No, it's not
feel
peanut.
out your answer on that one.
No, it's another kind of smear.
I think I got it.
What do you think?
Cream cheese on a bagel.
No.
That's a schmear.
That would be a schmear.
That's a schmear.
Yeah,
That's a schmear.
yeah, schmear.
Yeah, I mean, MJ's obviously talking about the poops.
Oh,
The what?
The what?
The poops.
Yeah.
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 The ballet director smeared dog feces in the critic's face.
That's right.
Oh wow.
Oh, my God. Now you know why I'm doing this.
Yeah, I gotta say, critics have some nerve. I mean, they'll blow your show up, and then they'll just show up and act like they belong. Get the hell out of here.
Marco Gecki, or it's Goecke. How would you?
Geike.
Yeah, that's-
Gecki. Marco Gecki.
is that the critic?
Was no, he's the ballet director.
About the sound the critic made when he got crap smeared in his face.
Anyway, Marco Gecki was furious after a review of one of his shows by a German journalist by the name of Wibke Huster. So he allegedly confronted Wibke Huster during the halftime break of another show and smeared a whole paper bag filled with dog excrement on her face.
There you go.
Oh.
Right on her
And
face.
it was from his.
I have a treat for you in
Yeah.
this bag.
Does the German reporting go into what breed of dog?
Yes, it was a
Yeah.
Dachshund.
She said, enjoy this.
Dachshund.
No, ask Andrew.
That could have been a schnauzer.
All right.
Right? Is that how you
Are
say
you guys
it?
naming every German dog you know? When are you going to say German Shepherd?
Or Doberman Pinscher.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
it really was a Dachshund.
A Dachshund.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Wiener dog.
Nobody says that.
Here, enjoy this German chocolate.
It's very sweet. It comes from my country.
Oh, man. Is that unbelievable? At the actual show, during the intermission, the director comes out and smears a bag of dog crap in the critic's face.
He brought it expecting the review, I guess.
No. It was no.
The review was already published.
Yeah, the review was published for a previous performance. And then the director
He knew he was going to be there, huh?
The director knew, it was a she. The director knew that the critic was going to be there for this performance. And during the halftime or the intermission break, that's when the director came out and just jammed whole thing of dog poop in her face.
To a woman.
How does he get by every? Oh, this is just my lunch bag. Don't ask.
Yeah. Do you get canceled in Germany? Is there any kind of me poop? I'm sorry, me too.
Me poo.
Me poo.
Me number 2.
There we go.
The me poo movement.
That's even better. Me poo instead of me poo. Absolutely. Listen to this. Let's bring more onto the news. Back down to Florida here. A guy is being investigated for a DUI here in Florida, and then he did something very, very special. This happened down in Cape Coral, South Florida. Guy was arrested on suspicion of DUI. As he's pulled over, while law enforcement officers are investigating, the guy pulls out a can of beer and opens it up right in front of the officer.
Ooh. Trying to do the old, I wasn't drunk when he first pulled me over thing.
No,
I think he was just
no.
crazy.
That only works when you go to your house.
Yeah.
Or you run into a bar and suddenly that's an old trick. Now, I abhor drunk driving because a lot of families have been shattered by drunk drivers, killing. Fester, what are you giving me looks for over here?
We're all against drunk driving. It's still a little heavy stuff.
Jeez, Fester, let him give his thoughts.
Dude, let me just get my thought out here. You're doing I thought your myasthenia gravis was attacking you again.
Let's talk about dead families at 7:09 in the morning. We're all against drunk driving.
I'm just making a point that I'm not making any light of this.
Fester's back officially.
Yeah,
we missed you.
All right, Fester's back from his myasthenia gravis. No, the point I was trying to make is that some individuals have skirted DUI charges by being under the influence, but then leaving the scene of the traffic stop or not pulling over, going to their home, rushing inside, and then answering the door with like a beer in their hand or a bottle of vodka. And then essentially it's like a chain of custody deal, and you can't prove that they were intoxicated while they were driving if they're already somewhere else and they're already drinking alcohol. That's an old trick.
I've seen it happen firsthand.
Listen, there was I know someone locally that did that.
Right, firsthand means you did it, Roxanne.
No, firsthand means I saw it with my own eyeballs. I've seen
Who did it?
I told you guys the story.
Yeah.
I saw an accident. We followed the guy to his house. He was so drunk. He was examining the damaged vehicle, and we asked him about it, and then he just ran inside, and by the time the cops got there, he opened the door with, and had been drinking.
Holding liquor, and then...
Fancy seeing you here, Ossifer.
Hey, weren't you that lady I just talked to?
And what happens is, Fester, it's not funny. You're imitating a drunk guy. You know
Yeah,
what? Stop
what are you
that.
doing?
That's what people really need.
Jokes. That's jokes.
That's what people...
That's ridiculous.
Let's talk about flipped over mini.
That's what people need to hear at 7-Eleven in the morning. Yeah, you're making drunk sounds.
Why are we even doing this, morons?
It's not even funny.
So a driver in Cape Coral was arrested on suspicion of DUI, opens the beer right in front of officers down in Cape Coral. This is according to the Lee County Sheriff's Office. Per the police report, when their car approached Gleason Parkway, something caught their eye. It was a black 2018 Mercedes-Benz C300 parked in the right-hand lane facing southbound. No traffic at the time. So the vehicle had its lights on, blocking all traffic in that side of the road. So they're like, oh, something's wrong here. Vehicle's just sitting there. And that's another sign. If you're like slumped over the steering wheel, that might be a sign that you might be an impaired driver. So the officers approach it, and inside 40-year-old Michael Serrata was sitting alone in the front passenger seat. He's driving, but he's actually in the front passenger seat. Car stopped in the middle of the road, and he refused to give a breath sample, had the odor of alcoholic beverages on his breath, and the dude opens up a can of beer right then and there in front of the cops, and he had multiple containers all over the inside of the car as well.
At this point, I will make no joke or accentuate this story with any attempt
All
at
right,
humor.
Fester, you can do one more. Go ahead. I give you permission.
No.
That was
Taking it back.
Give me your joke.
that was a really good moron in the
No,
news.
no, thank you.
Give me your joke, Fester.
No jokes. No, I'm going to keep it. I don't want to offend anybody. Heaven stand.
It does not have the type of beer, just that the individual opened up a can of beer right in front of deputies down in Lee County.
I mean, you're going to jail. I mean, you see the lights lighting you up. You're drunk in the front seat. You might as well have your one for the road. Well, they were on the road, but
It's called a go-homer.
There was an image that I saw recently of a DUI stop, and the guy had a collection of aluminum beer cans in there like he was driving to the aluminum recycling place.
you could have walked out like $75.
It was. I'm serious. It's crazy. I got to try and see if I can dig that thing up. All right, 7:14. Roxanne, I need you to put on your relationship hat
Okay.
because of the Tom Brady social media post yesterday on Valentine's Day.
Interesting.
What does it mean? That's what I want to know.
This guy needs so much attention.
Oh.
So tired of him.
And we're going to open this up live on the air. We apparently have an Amazon delivery from a listener. I love when listeners send us gifts via Amazon. So we'll find out what it is next. Also, we'll do Duran Duran tickets at 7:30. If you would like to win Duran Duran tickets, they're coming to town in June. We've got the first pair at 7:30. That's 15 minutes away. We'll tell you when to call in, exactly what caller to be. And then also at 9 o'clock, we'll give away another pair of Duran Duran tickets. So it's all on the way on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Don't move. Q105, 724. MJ and the crew here on a Wednesday, the day after Valentine's Day. And there are a couple little cleanup on aisle sixes that we got to do here. A couple of comments on the big wedding yesterday. Also, Michelle was in an Uber yesterday and had a crazy conversation. Not really crazy, but interesting, of Valentine's story about the Uber driver that's also like a personal concierge.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, she texted me about it.
She did?
Yeah. It's super cute.
Like, hold on a minute. I'm like, you're like going, yeah, like you know what the hell I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about.
And apparently you do know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yes.
So my wife texted you this?
She told me the whole story. She was
Now,
her Uber driver, what she does on the side. And
I did not really know what kind of a textual relationship you had with my wife. But you and Michelle actually communicate a little more than I actually knew.
does that make you uncomfortable? That's a good thing, right?
No, it doesn't make me uncomfortable.
Makes me uncomfortable.
No, it doesn't make it doesn't make me uncomfortable. No, but Michelle was in an Uber yesterday. She texted you the story?
Yeah, she told me the story. She sent me the business card.
Yeah, hang on a minute. It's really, really interesting. And I don't even know if the Uber driver listens to us. I said to Michelle, was she listening to the radio when you got in yesterday morning? Was she listening to the show? Blah, blah, blah. All right, so I'll call Michelle in a few minutes. And we have some follow-up on the wedding yesterday. There's some commentary on your dress, Roxanne.
Good.
We'll get into that here in just a bit. First, though, Tom Brady, and you saw his social media post on Valentine's Day. Is there anything to read into this?
Okay, I would just say to Tom, just keep your personal thoughts. Because that's your inside voice, Tom. That's what I would say.
What do you do?
All right, let me share this. So Tom,
what did little Mr. I Need Attention all the time do?
Did you call him what?
Little Mr. I need attention.
Little Mr. I Need Attention.
Little Mr. Look at me. Everything I do has to be a big deal. I'm tired of you, Tommy. I can't take it.
Well,
I can't take it.
He left town.
Good.
His crap was packed up even before the Cowboys game that they lost. You know, dashing their hopes.
I know, right?
No, seriously, Roxanne, you had the inside on it.
Yeah, he was. His stuff was out of there Friday before the home game on Monday.
He was out of that house on Davis Islands, not the Jeter house. They were out of that a long time ago.
The Rivera house.
Yeah, so
Riviera, whatever.
It's the house on the Riviera or whatever, or Riviera, whatever it is, on Davis Islands. That was the one he was renting. And the movers had him packed up on Friday, even before that Monday Night Football Cowboys game.
That's not a good look.
What kind of message is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. He couldn't. And Giselle, I don't think she liked Tampa Bay at all. It wasn't like metropolitan or cosmopolitan enough.
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah. So, yeah. And listen, the Tampa Bay area is really growing leaps and bounds. I mean, look what's happening culturally, just tons of new restaurants. The population's exploding here. But she wanted more of this South Beach, like she was on a fashion runway all the time. Giselle Bundchen, right?
I mean, that's what you say. I don't know her. I know one thing. She was married to the most selfish man on earth.
I mean, I'm going to retire, and then like a month later, you know what, guys? I'm not.
I'm going to retire for my family.
But here's the deal. So Tom Brady yesterday put out this cryptic Valentine's message. And what does this mean? Is this indicative, or is this sort of a post-mortem on their entire marriage? So what are we,
5 months? 4 or 5 months?
4 or 5 months after they split, right?
Right.
So Tom Brady yesterday posts this: love is not a transaction. It is a certain exuberance and sweetness of your emotion.
Did he make those words up, or is that like a quote that he stole from someone?
You know
I think
what?
he made those words up because I couldn't find them anywhere else.
Did you Google them?
Yeah.
So you tried to Google him and it only came up with a story about him, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I bet you he typed it into like Chat GPS.
Is he suggesting that?
Oh, no. It is an Indian spiritual leader, Sadhguru.
I can't come up with anything. I'm just going to copy something.
Clearly you didn't do much research on this last night, did you?
I think I started to Google it.
You started to Google it,
Got
but
tired.
never hit enter?
I didn't. I copy-pasted and I didn't hit enter. That's what happened.
That happens.
Well, no, I just did.
Well, there
He
you
stole it from someone. We're finding it out right now.
It's-
Oh my gosh.
It's
He
like
quoted something.
it's like Deflategate for Indian spiritual leader quotes.
Yes.
So what do you make out of this? Love is not a transaction. It is a certain exuberance and sweetness of your emotion.
Okay.
I know what I feel this means.
Share.
I feel that he's saying that the entire marriage to Giselle was fraudulent and it was just like a business relationship.
Okay. And
that was it.
This is what I would say
It was like
to
a good-looking football player marries good-looking, smoking hot runway model, and it's transactional. It's not emotional. That the whole marriage was just like a business deal.
Well, yeah, that's what marriage is. That's what I would say to Tom. Love might not be a transaction, but marriage is a transaction, and you got divorced, and that's what happened. And I think this is a good day to talk about marriage being a business transaction, the day after Valentine's Day and the day after two people get married in our studio. But and today, guess what it is? It's Singles Appreciation Day.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So single people can feel appreciated.
Hold on, where are
My
you?
favorite cheese.
This is
Yeah.
not the Kraft Singles Appreciation
Yeah, I
Day.
mean, I
There you
appreciate
go.
them.
It's Kraft Singles
I
Appreciation
made
Day.
some nice hamburgers last night with Kraft singles on top. For American cheese, it's not really cheese, but it's good.
Dude, come
I
on.
love American cheese.
If you want to take your burger to the
Oh,
next
God.
level,
Here we go.
don't use Kraft Singles. Get the Boar's Head
No.
White American, or if you want the orangey stuff, you get the Boar's Head regular yellowy orangey
I
American.
don't use it that consistently enough because I need the singles to be wrapped because I don't use them like every day.
Dude, then you just get a quarter pound or something. But I'm telling you, the Boar's Head
All right.
whole milk American cheese, it's worth it. It's much better than a Kraft Single. I'm sorry. To KRAFT.
So today's Cheese Appreciation Day, is that what you were saying,
No,
Roxanne?
it's Singles Appreciation Day, the day after Valentine's, when people feel kind of ousted if they're not in a relationship. Then today's their day to feel good about themselves. So
Now, is this on one of the calendars of
Yeah,
this,
it is.
the stupid, like, it's National Cheese Whiz Day, it's National Cotton Candy Day? Is that
it's on that stupid calendar that you hate.
where you're getting this thing?
Ooh,
Yep.
When's Cheese Whiz Day?
Yeah, right. Let's celebrate that. Give me a bathtub of Cheese Whiz.
Oh, I got to do Duran Duran tickets right now. 7:32. Let's give away a pair of Duran Duran tickets. Hey, when are they coming to Emily? It's like June 17th or something. Is that it?
Andrew, do you know the exact day?
Is it June 17th?
Yes, I believe so.
All right, so Duran Duran on their new world tour, Duran Duran making a stop, righteously so, and deservedly so, right here in Tampa Bay. Duran Duran, June 17th, down at Amalie. Would you like some tickets right now? Let's go. We're giving away tickets right now at 7:30-ish, and then we'll give away another pair at 9 o'clock this morning, so keep listening. It's Duran Duran, and it's called Future Past. And it's going to be a nice Saturday night concert. It's not going to be like a Tuesday night concert. It's going to be a great Saturday night concert. And we're going to give away tickets right now to Duran Duran. Let's go with caller. Look at the lines. I haven't even given out the phone number, and every single line is on fire. Let's go with caller number 50. Caller 50. Caller 50 right now. 800-990-1047. Andrew, let's go. Fire away. Give me a winner. We'll talk to him live. 800. Hopefully a good Duranie wins. 800-990-1047.
Is that what they're called?
I'm not sure that's what they're called.
Duranies, absolutely. That's what they were called. Absolutely. If you're a Duran Duran fan, you're a
I
Duranie.
thought they were durders.
A dur-dur.
Durder.
Dur-dur.
Everybody wear your best durder merch.
If you don't win the tickets now, well, we'll give away another pair of Duran Duran tickets at 9 o'clock this morning. That is the next time to win.
MJ, you got to talk about what's going on your Instagram picture with the guy with the hand.
Oh, you know what? I didn't mention that yet.
What is that? And how is that happening?
Did you see that?
And how long did it happen?
Oh, man.
Why didn't you break his knuckle?
What?
Well, I sneezed on his hand.
Ew.
I went, ugh. All right.
So you basically spit on his
Now,
hand.
folks, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know what Froggy's talking about. What is today? Today's Wednesday.
I just came across it.
It happened on Sunday morning on my JetBlue flight. And so this is why you need to follow me on Instagram. Hey, the show doesn't end at 10 o'clock every morning, Monday through Friday. My show goes on in my personal life. It goes on after hours, holidays, weekends. Follow my Instagram.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Fester, you didn't see this?
I'm not that big on socials
Oh.
after the show.
All right. You
How
got
did it even fall asleep?
Well, hang on. I'm going to tell the whole story here.
The punk.
The picture is on my Insta. Roxanne, you're seeing it for the first time too?
This is hysterical.
How annoying.
What you guys need to check my Instagram.
I was like not really on Instagram this weekend.
well,
I
because
missed
you
this.
generally like my stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I haven't been liking your stuff because I haven't been on IG, but
so-
I'm back.
Oh, my God.
Give me a follow on Instagram. I'm going to describe this now. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you're missing out. Certified MJ Radio. My Instagram is Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow. Here's the deal. We're coming back from Connecticut. We flew up on Friday night, a little quickie to go see Julian up at his boarding school in Connecticut. So we flew up Friday night, and then we came back on a 7:30 flight on Sunday morning to be home in plenty of time to get the dogs at the kennel, and then also be home to watch the Super Bowl in the comfort of my own home.
I'm just thinking of the things you could have done to this guy.
I know.
I'm on
my
JetBlue, and the JetBlue is convenient. We flew out of Bradley, which is Windsor Locks, the Hartford area. We flew out of hang on a minute. You're up to caller 49. All right, let me just grab 50 here. Hold on, I'll finish the story in a second. Let me just grab the winner for the Duran Duran tickets. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
This is Lynn.
Lynn, why are you calling our radio show called the MJ Morning Show?
Well, I'm hoping I win the Duran Duran concert ticket.
Well, Lynn, you are caller 50. You won.
Oh, my God, no way.
You got it. You're going.
Congrats.
Oh, my God.
Holy crap. We don't have to use fake promo sounds. That's a real one right there.
Lynn, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Are you a dur ma'am?
Oh, my God, this is so awesome.
Well, Lynn, you got it. I am so excited that I selected your line at number 50. You're
Me too.
You're going to Duran Duran. It's going to be June 17th at Amalie Arena. The Duran Duran, what is it, Future Past? Is that what they're calling it?
Yeah,
That's
past
the
and future,
tour.
or future and past.
Lynn, where do you live? Where are you calling from?
I live in Largo.
Oh, this is fantastic. Lynn, are you a Duran Duran fan by any chance?
Well, kind of, yes. I mean, they were my heir and all. They were my best friend's favorite group, and I lost her some years ago. So this is so cool.
Oh, there you go. Anyway, you got the tickets. Hang on. Andrew, the producer, will get all your information. Don't hang up.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for listening to the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hold on.
There she goes.
All right. Andrew, she is on hold. Andrew's already got it. All right, that was the 7:30 pair. We're going to give away another pair of Duran Duran tickets at 9 o'clock this morning.
So we'll tell you when to call into that, so everybody else can hang up now.
Yeah, if you're still calling in, you can hang up.
Right.
All right, because I need to free up the phones because we're going to take some phone calls coming up in just a bit on something else. So you can hang up now, 9 o'clock. And then we're going to give away another, probably 2 pair tomorrow morning, and then more tickets on Friday morning. So we're doing tickets for the rest of the week during the MJ Morning Show for Duran Duran. So good luck, and I need every listener to be, you know what? I need each subsequent listener to be more excited than Lynn. I need you to crank it up. Each winner, I need you to crank it up just a little bit more.
We got to change the rules. I mean, you can't just be caller 50. You have to be caller 50 and more excited than Lynn.
So, like the next winner, I want them to be so distorted that I can't even hear what the hell they're saying. All right? That's how excited I need you to be.
Man.
All right. Where was I? Oh, the Instagram. The hand. Now, again, give me a follow on Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. And look, let me go to my Instagram. Look for the image on my Instagram of the guy that is dangling his hand over the back of his seat, covering up my TV screen. Of course, JetBlue, you get the TV screen, you get the free live TV, you can watch movies. And this dude has fallen asleep for whatever reason. You know how people, when they sleep, they'll get into certain contortions. And
I want to recreate this. I'm trying to imagine what he's doing to the people sitting next to him.
This dude is falling asleep, and his hand is draped over his seat back which is the seat in front of me, and the dude's hand is over my TV set, blocking like half my screen.
So you're watching the Arkansas Razorbacks basketball game? Is
No,
that
no,
what you're
no.
watching
No,
on your...
it was on ESPN. I was.
okay.
Yeah, this was Sports Center.
Oh, so this is like the highlight
Right.
of the game.
Yeah, so it was Sports Center on Sunday morning, and they were just doing some highlights because I was looking for any kind of Super Bowl news, Super Bowl coverage, see what was going on.
X's and O's.
So I was on Sports Center, and they were just showing what's on the TV is a Razorback highlight, and the guy's hand, literally and he's got a big fat head, and it's draped over and covering the screen on my TV. You know,
It's kind of like Andre the Giant hands.
He's a
Big man.
Was it Cro-Magnon period? Is that what they would call that? What
Are you sitting behind the Big Show?
I posted this, and keep in mind, on JetBlue, you get free Wi-Fi. So I posted this mid-flight because you get free Wi-Fi on JetBlue. And then immediately, like, comments start coming in. This is worse than the lady that threw her hair back.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Remember that? That thing went viral. There was an image of a woman that threw her hair back, the seat in front, threw her hair over the back of the chair, and she had a whole big long, her long hair was just dangling right in front of the passenger in back of her in the seat behind.
All right, so
Yeah.
I know this happens to me, and I think it happens to you too, where things that would normally really frustrate and upset other people,
Yeah.
I chuckle over because I know I'm going to take a picture of it and exploit it for purposes of this show. So this is the best thing that happened to you on this flight for this period of time. Did you wake this guy up or talk to him as you were leaving for like his handle? You're going to tag him in it or something?
No, this guy has no idea that I snapped this photo.
And how drunk was this guy? Because it has to be that.
I wanted to see, oh,
or hungover, I should
they
say.
had like 6 Tito's.
Yeah.
The flight attendant even said, "You've cleaned us out." That's right.
You're just figuring this out?
You just realized that?
Oh, no. You know what? I made a comment to Michelle. How many damn Tito's are they going to order? They went through every little small bottle of Tito's vodka at 7:30 flight. And you know what? It was the guy and the woman. They were, I think, a couple, and they had like 6 bottles of Tito's. And then the flight attendant, they were trying to order more. The flight attendant said, "Nope, you've cleaned us out." And I said to Michelle, "Oh, God."
Just put this together?
Yes, hold on a minute. I said to Michelle, I wonder if they're really out of Tito's or if that's just the way that they're cutting them off. Like, you've had enough Tito's vodka on this 7 a.m. flight.
Pretty sure they have
Sorry,
enough
sir.
for them.
You've cleaned out the entire plane.
Okay.
Regular Quincy over here figuring
Thank
that
you.
out
No,
now.
that's right. They had a bunch of Tito's, and I'm trying to remember. I guess this was after drink service.
Okay.
So the guy passes out, and in his sleeping mode, he puts his hand over his shoulder in like this contortion, and he's blocking my TV screen. But I wanted to see how long this would last. It lasted for about 10 or 12 minutes, and then finally, he kind of rustled around a little bit, and then he repositioned. Thank you. He repositioned, and then he pulled the hand from my seat back. Meanwhile, I'm trying to look at the highlights here. And I'm trying to. There was a big play underneath his middle finger. So
his hand was probably dead numb at that point. The way it was. You probably could have hit it. You wouldn't even noticed.
We're assuming that he's asleep, but you can't see in front of you. What if he and his travel partner were getting frisky and he's actually like this?
Okay,
this doesn't work on the radio, Roxanne. She's standing on all fours on her
but you
chair.
have to describe it.
Roxanne's getting into an obscene position right now.
Always goes
simulating a sex act. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know that he's asleep, MJ, because look to the...
you could, exactly.
Right.
Okay, look to the right. You can see the female passenger he's next to is looking directly at him like she's talking to him.
I thought he was asleep because he didn't move for like 10 or 12 minutes.
Is that his head?
The head is this white
He's
ball
wearing
cap.
he's wearing a blue trucker baseball cap with the mesh back.
Okay, well, it kind of is the same colors as the ceiling of the plane, so I thought that it blended into the plane.
No, that's the front of his.
That's
the front of his hat.
Okay, so he is sitting up.
I post this mid-flight, and then the messages start coming in from people that follow me on my Instagram. And if you haven't seen the photo, folks, and Andrew, go ahead and put this on Stories Mentioned. Put the link also on mjmorningshow.com. So for those that are not on Instagram, you can see this. We'll have it up momentarily. mjmorningshow.com. In stories mentioned, you'll see it at the top. Click on it, and the link will be there, and it'll take you to the image. But if you're on Instagram, take a look and see this guy's hand. Now, the messages started rolling in, and my Instagram again, Certified MJ Radio. And take a look at all the other crap I post. All kinds of stuff.
One reply is funnier than the next.
All right. So look at, what is the first one?
First one from the Mike Calta show.
Yeah, so
lick his finger.
So Mike Calta.
Lick his finger?
Lick his finger. All right, Mike, that's disgusting.
Mike Calta sends me a message on my Instagram. Lick his finger.
All right.
That would have been hilarious.
Scrolling down a minute. This is what I would have commented if I would have thought from Brian Munchie. Paint his nails.
Munchie.
Yeah, old friend of ours.
Yeah, Munchie.
Does Michelle not carry a nail polish in her bag?
That probably would have been something you can get away with.
Paint his nails. Somebody said, do you have a black Sharpie? Somebody said, put his fingers in water to make him pee himself.
That's right.
That's what someone else wrote on this guy.
If you are wondering if you know this man, he has very small nail beds. You see that?
That means he has liver issues.
He has small nail beds?
Does it?
Let's see. Call the flight attendant. They will wake him up and have him move it.
Okay, this person's taking this way too literally.
I mean, this thing has like 200 comments. It's just comment after comment.
Hold his hand gently.
Oh, yeah. That's
Fake
a good one.
Sneeze on it.
Yeah. Hold his hand gently. Like what? Just kind of give him a little.
Caress it.
Yeah, caress his hand.
Have a big sneeze. Oh, man.
Yeah, all kinds of
Cough
stuff.
on him. That's great.
Yeah.
Paint his nail.
Just a ton of comments.
Rub your crotch against it and accuse him of molesting
Okay,
you.
but here's the thing. I mean, if this happens to any of us, we're like, this is disgusting. It happens to MJ, and he doesn't touch it for 15 minutes because he wants to see how it ends.
I wanted to see how long the guy's hand,
Yeah.
and then finally he moved his hand. But of course, I snapped the picture, and it is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the 7th tile down. I mean, you can't miss it. It's the back of a JetBlue, Airbus 320 seat in the cabin, so you can't miss the damn thing.
It's the only thing on MJ's Instagram that looks like he's having a conversation with Cousin It.
Hey, our wedding yesterday.
Was Cousin It the hand?
Are you drunk?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah, Cousin It was
no.
Thing.
Thing.
Damn it. Who's drunk now?
What are you drunk? Cousin It was that furry thing going.
Yeah, it was Cousin It. It was it.
Cousin It was the furry hairball that went.
Oh, man, I just got finished watching Wednesday.
The thing is the hand, dude.
And I'm going to make yourself sound like a complete chooch.
Our wedding on air yesterday was beloved. So many people loved this wedding yesterday.
I wonder if the couple made it official, if you know what I mean.
Dude, so last night we're at home, and my wife's like, "So what are their plans for tonight?" I'm like, "I don't know. Maybe I should give Barry a call." And it's like 10:30, and my wife's like, "No, don't call him. It's his wedding night." And I'm thinking,
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, that was Kool-Aid like, oh, yeah.
That's what Lisa Marie was saying. She's like, "Oh yeah, Barry."
Just incredible positive reaction. The response via email, social media. I had friends texting me. I have a couple of dozen texts that they heard it or they missed it live but watched the video. People love this thing. And Barry and Lisa Marie got married on the show yesterday. A special shout out and thanks again to Hillsborough County Judge Miriam Valkenburg. She presided over the ceremony. She pronounced them husband and wife.
She was great.
She was fantastic. Michelle went to law school with her. Michelle thought that she was in a bankruptcy class at Stetson. Because Judge Valkenburg is a Stetson grad and now a Hillsborough County judge. And Michelle said, yeah, I think I was. Michelle said she was so nice. She was the sweetest woman. And I'm like, hey, it appears to continue.
The judge and I spoke a couple of times over the course of the day yesterday, and she was just so grateful to be a part of it. She was honored that she was included in it. And she, in my opinion, she really made the whole day.
Are done by those who are habitually performing small acts of kindness.
This is the judge reading the vows.
We pardon to the extent that we love. Love is knowing that even when you are alone, you will never be lonely again. And great happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved for ourselves, and even loved despite ourselves.
Oh,
it's just beautiful.
Lisa Marie, you have vows or a poem you'd like to share with Barry?
Oh, and then, all right, so, Judge, can you bring the microphone over to Lisa Marie? There we go. Lisa Marie, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Roses are red, violets are blue. My heart beats faster when I'm close to you.
Oh.
I know you have a crush on Ronda Rousey, but Lisa Marie wants to build a life with you.
Oh, look at that. So just a little bit of what happened yesterday. And, of course, they were then pronounced husband and wife. And also, I think the judge asked so if you can Barry to read the vows, right?
Barry
Festival,
reads
do the
something.
microphone over there.
We test his
All right.
reading
This is
skills.
beautiful, I gotta say.
I promise to love you forever and always support you throughout the rest of our lives and stay with you on your side. I'm just a man asking a woman to stay and be with me forever in eternity.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That was really touching.
That was so beautiful.
That was beautiful. Did you say infinity?
So beautiful.
Festa, you had to be like obnoxious at that
I
moment.
know, Festa,
I'm
you're really
obnoxious
turning it
the
on.
whole thing.
All right. So anyway, that's a little portion of the ceremony. If you haven't seen the video, the whole video of the wedding is up at mjmorningshow.com. mjmorningshow.com. Just scroll down to recents, and then you'll see video of the MJ Morning Show wedding.
All right, so there's 2 drinking games that I'm starting with this video.
What is that?
One,
Yep.
there's like 5 nanosecond camera shots of Roxanne's camera while she's standing up, and it gets her whole midsection in the video. So it's
And you
like
drink then?
it goes from the judge to the bride and groom to Roxanne's midsection just for a half a second.
To Roxanne's midriff?
Yes, then back to MJ, and then back to the couple.
I'm glad you brought that up because one of the comments that I have that was delivered to me via my direct messages on Instagram is this. Roxanne's dress looks like she's going to 50 Shades of Grey masquerade ball. All right, so I'm holding this up to the camera right now. Andrew, is my camera shot on? Is it? So this is the message. I printed this out. Roxanne's dress looks like she's going to 50 Shades of Grey masquerade ball, LOL.
It's like an eyes wide shut.
I thought Roxanne looked beautiful.
Well,
You couldn't see it. I mean, it was everything was covered up.
We
What are you talking
called
about?
it was sexy funeral.
Okay.
Froggy coined your dress.
No, Fester said that.
Who said sexy
I
funeral?
did.
Yesterday.
Okay.
I just said sexy.
I'm most likely to die first of the crew, so I coined it as sexy funeral. I want you to wear that to my funeral.
A black dress with like fishnet all over the place, exposed body parts and skin. Hold on. You had side boob going on.
I did.
my
I didn't
God.
realize that. But if you lift your arm, yeah.
You had some serious side boob.
Yeah, but you know what? I was actually trying to wear a dress that was appropriate for I felt like it was like a Lisa Marie-esque dress. And it's a radio show. So
And before we move on, one other message, and take a look at this. This is the next message I got. Hey, buddy, since you had a live wedding today, do you want to do a live divorce tomorrow?
I only had more time.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. Just don't tell my wife. Seriously, this is another message I got. I printed this out.
Buddy.
So a couple of follow-ups to the amazing live wedding on the MJ Morning Show on yesterday. All right, Fester, we talked about this giant mattress and bed that can support 1,100 pounds last week.
Yes.
And you sent a clip of our video of us talking about it to the Big Fig Mattress Company?
Yeah, one thing I do is when we mention a company or a business on the air.
What, are you trying to get a freebie? You're trying to get a big fig for yourself?
No, but it might work out that way.
Oh, whoa. All right, listen to this. Again, last week, I had seen for the first time an advertisement online for the Big Fig mattress and bed. I'm like, what is this thing? So I click on it, and it is essentially a mattress and a bed that supports a couple or one of the individuals that is very, very large and in charge. So it'll accommodate 2 sleepers, so a husband and a wife or whatever, a couple, that are 550 pounds each.
Right.
So 1,100 pounds. And the mattress is made to support an enormous amount of weight. And then, like the bed platform, it's almost like metal scaffolding material. So it'll hold half a car.
It's a very well-made mattress, and it offers the support that larger people need.
All right. So I never saw this Big Fig. We talked about this mattress on the air, and then unbeknownst to me, Fester takes the video clip from MJTV and sends it off to the mattress company. Would you write to like customer service?
I put it on Twitter and I tagged them on their Twitter.
Oh,
I don't go out of my way to research the company. I'll just tag them on Twitter.
Tag them on Twitter.
That's the way to do it these days.
Yeah.
And then Fester gets a response back from the Big Fig Mattress Company. And what did it say?
Oh, I wrote back, hey guys, from the MJ Morning Show on Q105 in Tampa Bay, we were talking about your product today, and I sent the YouTube link. And
Fester, is that an issue for big people? Have you broken a bed?
Oh, wait a sec. Wait a sec,
times.
though. But hold on, there's more to the story. Didn't I say on the air, because the message they sent back, I think, has jarred my memory. Didn't I ask, does anyone have the Big Fig mattress?
Yeah, you said that might be a tough one.
We took calls, and nobody called in.
Right.
Time.
I said, if anyone has the Big Fig mattress, and you guys are utilizing all 1,100 pounds of this capacity of this mattress and bed system, call us up. And we got no calls. So, and I think I even mentioned that in the video clip. Oh, hey, no one's calling in. And because typically we can ask for anything, but then you send them the video clip, and listen to this. They reply back to Fester.
Well, they also took a little bit of reservation with some of our descriptions of other people. They said, we're not surprised no one called in. Fat people are people.
Of course they are.
Not jokes.
Right.
Now, we make jokes about a lot of things. Short people, fat people, hairy people, smelly people.
Fester is 330 pounds.
322 pounds.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
But, so we're making fun of each other and having a little fun. And they said, call us crazy, but we believe everyone deserves the best rest no matter their size.
I don't dispute that.
I completely agree. Then they write, hey, Fester, send us a DM if you would like a Big Fig.
Oh, nice.
We'll hook it up.
Huh.
Wow. Are they
Yeah.
offering to sell you a Big Fig?
Listen, I don't
Did
care.
they see
hook you up.
Did they see your size?
Well, listen, if it can accommodate up to 550, that means I could put on 220 pounds in the next season.
Oh, I think you ought to. Well, no, it'll
No, it's
accommodate
1,000.
1,100.
Oh, on my side,
so
total combined.
The husband can be 550 and the wife can be 550 because it's an 1,100 pound capacity.
First of all,
for this bed.
Great news for Allison.
She's got to start eating.
We're gonna a lot more pizza. but no, they said we'll help you out. We'll hook it up.
Be the official bed of my 600-pound life.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just had an idea.
What?
And listen, we love all people. We love all of our listeners. I don't care if you got a 6-pack of abs or I don't care if you've got like 6 hams on your stomach. It doesn't matter to me. Just listeners are listeners. People are people.
I wonder who the heaviest listener is
some
right
are,
now.
Well, I have an idea. Let me tell you what I have. What we ought to do is
contact Big Fig.
What?
Will you let him speak?
Dude, let me.
I'm sorry. Go.
Let me roll out my idea.
Roll.
We have Big Fig send the mattress to the radio studio. We set it up maybe in the performance theater or maybe the kitchen. And then we invite a large couple to test it out. So we would try to push like the total 1,100 pound capacity.
Like the Humphrey twins who used to ride the motorcycles?
Are you talking about making our performance studio like a showroom for Big Fig mattress?
Exactly.
Okay.
So we set up the radio station kitchen with the Big Fig mattress. And then we invite and we solicit for listeners.
It's a display.
A guy that's like 550 pounds and then a woman that's like 550 pounds. And then we test the thing out.
It's an interactive display for fat people.
And then what is
call
the
them
test?
Hold on. The Big Fig people are very sensitive to you joking about fat people.
You know what? Please, that is insensitive.
Big Fig.
People are people.
People with big figures.
Yes.
People are people.
So who's the biggest couple we can find?
What is that? People are people, so what can it be?
Sleeping on a mattress.
How's that lyric go? I just know that people are people. What is that?
Why don't you try to see if you can find the biggest couple?
You and I could fit in this bed so comfortably.
There you go. That's like Depeche Mode, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big
Fig needs a Super Bowl ad next year. When they'll use that song, Roxanne.
And they should get some of the biggest, fattest football players ever.
No. They're watching the game, and you got a couple watching the game in bed. No. They have all the Super Bowl snacks in
Oh,
bed with them.
yes.
Avocados from Mexico and
And
everything.
all the tortilla chips,
Oh, the
and then they're
popcorners.
like celebrating, they're high fiving, they're
this-
bouncing bellies, and it's
this-
like just this.
There's food all over the mattress and
I don't
everything.
know that
Avocados from Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
None of you guys are helping right now.
Why?
None of
Why?
you guys. I don't know that they want big people belly bumping. With end zone dance. I don't think they want refrigerator Perry in there with
Hey,
That's pulling it all together.
They
That's like
gotta,
a
put
Super
into
Bowl-
consideration the sex too between the two fat people.
I'll tell you, they have a big post on it. Listen, fat people are sexy. First thing on the Big Fig Twitter page.
They
right
have
here.
that. Desire isn't exclusive to thin people. Plus size bodies should be celebrated.
I celebrate mine.
Listen, I'm not making fun of anything here. I'm trying to just showcase that there is a mattress. If you and your wife are $550 each, that's 1,100 pounds. There's a mattress that is made for you.
All right, both partners don't need to be 550.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. I'm getting
Well, not to
multiple
buy one.
texts.
Hold on. Yes,
multiple
Rox.
texts
Yes.
from people that say you could do a threesome with 3 4s. Why is everyone trying to do that math?
With
Everyone
four-
is trying to do
Three-
the threesome math for this big
With
thing.
Oh,
three
so-
400 pounders?
Yes.
So take 3 into 1,100.
Yes.
Well, that's not 400 because 3 into 4, that's 1,200.
Well, okay, then it's
So
two 400 pounders and one 300
Yeah,
pounder?
hold on a minute. So if you
Do
do
they meet at Eating Anonymous?
if you do 1,100 divided by 3, 366.66666 repeating 6. Yeah. So we could have 3 at 366. Fester, you could be one of them. You could be because you're 322.
I'm just going to sit
Yeah,
there
you're
and eat
close.
ice cream. I'll tell you right now. I'm the worst person to bring into a threesome.
I tell you what. You just get a hold of Big Fig and have him send us the mattress. Okay.
Well, hold on. I'm going to have to try to negotiate two. One of them's coming to me, and the other one.
Well,
oh yeah, listen.
What?
I want to be a Big Fig owner.
Leave it to Fester.
Leave it to Fester, indeed.
Did you see that after Rihanna's performance and the fact that we all knew that Rihanna was pregnant? I mean, instantly, the minute Rihanna popped out during the Super Bowl halftime show, the minute she popped out, we noticed that she was popping out.
Okay, correction. We knew intuitively and with our eyeballs, but some of us, like, I didn't want to say it. I was like, no, because I'm never going to make that guess unless I know.
What do you think? She was just bloated and needed she needed gas X?
Hey, that singer needs to really pass some gas.
Yeah.
Look how bloated she is.
That's why I was Googling how long ago was the baby, the first one.
I said to Michelle, she was on stage for like 10 seconds. The minute they went to a wide shot, and I said, she's pregnant.
She
And
did
then
some nasty stuff during
well,
that performance.
she
man.
was also pointing to the area where the baby's going to come out.
And then licked her fingers.
Exactly.
I'm like,
hello. But the reason why I'm bringing up Rihanna again.
Oh, wait. Can I bring that up? Froggy, she's going to show that video to her child when her child's born. You were in mama's tummy during this video. Is she going to fast forward through those?
No.
She'll be surrounded by millions of dollars. She'll be fine.
The suggestive parts where she's like doing stuff down there.
Yeah, you see this big house we live in? That's how I paid for it right there. That's what she's going to say to her
Yeah.
kid. And be like, good job, Mom.
Now, with Rihanna pregnant and her being watched by 113 million people during the halftime show, or whatever the number actually is, guess what increased dramatically with online searches? Guess what actual topic increased dramatically?
Oh, I know.
Dancing sperms.
No, not
Because that's what all of the dancers look like.
Not dancing sperms.
When do you start to show? What month do you have to start to show?
No.
Big red latex breastplates.
No.
Because that was hot. That's the first thing I saw. I'm like, that is smoking.
No. You're all wrong.
Heights and pregnancy.
No, well, you're getting closer to pregnancy.
Damn it.
So with Rihanna performing the halftime show, there was a total spike in the search for pregnant workouts. So women that were pregnant saw Rihanna just dancing all over the place.
She barely moved.
Yeah, she didn't move that much. I didn't think she was dancing that
I
much.
thought she moved quite a bit.
No,
When the
she
dancers,
just-
she would
no.
just move her arm a little bit.
Yeah, she's like,
It was a
bump
pretty
ahead.
lazy performance.
Searches for pregnant workouts spiked after Rihanna's performance.
Unless you're like a high risk pregnancy, you can do whatever workout you want.
Now, being pregnant 1,000 feet in the air, that might be something to...
And then the second thing was, how do I build a big platform to suspend 70 feet over my house and dance around while pregnant?
Oh, my God.
That
Let me see
was-
if I can find that.
That was the second most searched item. But no, pregnant workouts just totally spiked.
I worked out the whole time I was pregnant with both my kids up until they came out. I did everything I normally do. like stair climbing, weightlifting,
Bench
all that
pressing.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, squats, deadlifts,
All that stuff.
The mud run.
suicides. What is it called when you run and you jump and you try to get back up with
Burpees.
Burpees, yeah.
Yeah, the burpees.
I wouldn't know what they're called, by the way.
Got to call Michelle because of the Uber driver interaction that Michelle had yesterday. That was,
hello.
Good morning, my lovely.
Good morning.
Oh, and how did you like your little Valentine's Day surprise?
It was very nice.
Michelle kept saying to me, I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious.
You've never, ever, ever wanted to do anything on Valentine's Day.
Michelle, that is true. I mean, years past, I mean, we had a florist friend who would drop flowers off, and MJ would begrudgingly drag a couple of those home.
I missed that guy.
I guess I'll give these to Michelle as opposed to anybody else. But he is not a Valentine's Day guy. So I heard him just say one sentence yesterday, and I didn't say anything because I'm like, let's see what he does with this.
Yeah.
He said, it's Tuesday, but maybe I'll do something with Michelle tonight.
Is that how it sounds?
Now, Michelle,
She must have been hungry for something that's not in the house.
Whoa, on Valentine's Day.
Michelle, hold on. Now, I'm sure in the past when Valentine's Day has fallen on a Friday or a Saturday,
Nope. Don't even say it.
I'm sure we've.
I'm sure of.
I'm sure we've gone out.
I'm sure you wanted to avoid it like the plague.
Oh, Michelle, it's Valentine's Day. Every restaurant's going to be jammed up, crazy packed.
But
I don't
also,
want to go out in that crowd. Woo.
This is a manufactured holiday. This is amateur night, Michelle.
Faster, you got it.
And we just had a plague.
Holiday. Who cares about old?
I don't want to sit next to a couple of 22-year-olds trying to get lucky over soup. Oh,
are you guys done with your tag team?
It was invented to sell cards. And
Well, I've got a three-way tag team of you guys like imitating me and making fun of me.
I'll tell you what. I'll buy you a box of chocolates tomorrow when they're half price.
How about this one?
It's like you're him.
Michelle,
I know exactly what his game is.
Michelle, how about this one? You know what, guys? To me, every day is Valentine's Day.
I'm just the luckiest guy in the world to be with Michelle. Every day's a gift.
Are you guys done with your round-robin round of making fun of me and trying to impersonate me?
Everybody, look how short I am.
I feel as though we haven't even scratched the surface. You tell me, have we left anything out?
I can keep going.
Can I tell my story here?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This romantic story.
Oh, do you have something to say?
First of all, I don't sound like this.
Yes, you do. That's exactly what you sound like.
It's a dead ringer for you.
Oh my gosh.
I decided, like mid-afternoon, and this is always a good thing to go get a reservation on Valentine's Day at like 3:00 in the afternoon.
I recommend that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Hey, folks, try that next year. Try to go to a nice restaurant on Valentine's Day and try to call up the same day at 3:00 and see if you can get a 6:30 reservation or 7:00 res. Well, that's exactly what I did. So I don't know, about 3:00, I said, you know what? I think I'm going to take Michelle out for a surprise Tuesday night Valentine's dinner. And that's what I did. I'm like, you know what? Let's go see our buddy Paolo. You know, Paolo is the owner of Cafe Paradiso in South Tampa on MacDill and Wallcraft. And I called up Paolo. I said, hey, Paolo, I know that this is a little rough, but I'm sure you're sold out tonight. But any chance? And Paolo's my first call. And I'm like, any chance I can get a table for Valentine's? Michelle and me get a two-top, let's say, about 6:30 or so. And he said, MJ, anything for you. And we had a two-top. We had a lovely dinner. I had some amazingly tender little veal medallions. Michelle had you had a pappardelle with short ribs that was amazing. So we had a great time. And Michelle kept saying to me, why are we going out? I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious.
Suspicious of what?
Yeah, it was suspicious that he's doing anything on Valentine's Day in the first place, regardless of what day it falls on.
What are you cheating on me or something?
What are you suspicious about?
Why the sudden going out on Valentine's Day?
Michelle, was it like
making a big deal about?
What, a leopard can't change his spots 28 years into marriage?
Not you, bro. Nope. Not you. I mean, a leopard can, but MJ can't.
They just get gray.
Let me tell you about my friend MJ. All right, Michelle, were you thinking the whole mail he's going to tell you about some awful disease he has or something, or he had some terrible news to break to you?
I have Peyronie's disease.
I really, first I wasn't even I was just what the heck are we even doing here?
But it was a fantastic meal, right?
It sounds real romantic.
God, it was so fantastic.
Did you guys play footsies under the table?
Michelle had a little gift bag for me when we got home.
Ooh.
But was it in sex toys?
Stop it. There was a heart-shaped wooden spatula for the kitchen.
Oh, for the kitchen, I'm sure.
Spatula to spoon.
I'm sorry, not a spatula. It was a spoon. It was a heart-shaped bamboo spoon.
For the kitchen.
For the kitchen, for my...
For the kitchen.
But then Michelle did say I could spank her with it.
And it would leave heart-shaped bruises.
I tell you right now, between the two of you, Michelle's the spanker or not the spanky. I'll tell you right now.
Then Michelle, she also gave me a book. I got a book, the Via Carota book, which Via Carota is a well-known restaurant from the West Village in New York, Italian place called Via Carota. Also, the authors of the book, E. Sodi's, also part of that little
We
group.
believe you.
Yeah. Anyway, so I got a book, and then what else? I got and I got a Dracula garlic crusher.
I've seen those before.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's a Dracula garlic crusher. And then, Michelle, do you want to reveal what the little Valentine's Day card that you gave me said, or do you want me to say it?
Knowing Michelle, it has 4-letter words in it.
It did have a 4-letter word, but...
All right, you want to, as cleanly as possible, why don't you reveal exactly what was in the little...
It's not a clean thing to say.
But it's not dirty enough that we can't broadcast it.
You can give us...
bring out the...
A rhyming
Just
word.
say the word. We can say the word on the air. So inside the card, it reads, go ahead, say it.
You bring out the slut in me?
That's so cute.
God, it's so awkward.
Michelle.
That's what the card
Why you
said.
go to Spencer's to get these cards?
That was my Valentine's card in my lovely gift bag.
Did you get that cool shirt you're wearing with it too?
Yes.
No, a friend gave me this.
Is that really your dog on it?
Yeah, texters have been commenting on
All right,
it.
so
They love it.
Hey, Michelle, guess what shirt I'm wearing today?
The Jack Russell shirt?
Yeah, so I'm wearing the Jack Russell shirt. Our friend Christopher gave me the shirt. And
He gave all 4 of us the shirt.
yeah, we all have the shirt. And we got this is our Christmas gift this year. And the shirt is a dog, a Jack Russell that looks just like Scout, our female Jack Russell. And then what does it say? It says on top, personal stalker. And the dog is like up against like a mugshot wall with the different lines for height. So it's a mugshot of like a dog that looks like ours. And hang on. I'm backing up a little bit so you can see it on the MJ TV.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about him ever cheating on you. That's for sure.
So that's the shirt I'm wearing.
It is the most ridiculous shirt you've ever worn. MJ's usually a solid color shirt, usually a T-shirt or a what's that thin material shirt? It's always or a collared shirt that's gray or a navy or something.
Right.
But he's wearing this really awkward graphic tee this morning. Maybe one word across his shirt. Usually advertising a gun or the FBI or something.
Yeah, I know.
MJ has a very limited
weird.
collection of clothing, and today he's wearing like this, almost like a joke shirt. I'm like, what's this? And he's like,
Fester,
this is my dog.
Is the behavior not suspicious?
Yeah,
A
it's
little
part of
bit.
his turning a new leaf.
He's working out a little bit more, walking.
He is.
Hey, by the way, Michelle is the one that has me working out more. Michelle is the one that bird dog this new workout that I'm doing.
So your girlfriend has the same name as your wife?
Will you stop it?
It's not it at all, guys.
Come on, Froggy. Michelle's the one that does. Michelle started doing the workout. What's the? It's what X? Is it X Force?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Michelle started doing like an X Force workout, and then Michelle's like, "You got to try this." So I'm now like 2 weeks into X Force. So
look at what a changed man you are.
and I'll tell you what, I feel good. I'm starting to get my upper body back. I am.
There
So
you go.
yeah. So it's not like I suspiciously started working out. Michelle's the one that said, "Go do this. Go do that." Hold on, say it again.
Even Fester's suspicious.
It's very sus, Michelle.
Uh-huh.
Nothing
You know what
is-
I think it is?
What?
Hire a private investigator.
I think you're angling. I think the niceness last night, the surprise out to dinner, you want your air fryer.
I want Michelle to finally say I can get an air fryer for the house.
That's what you're angling
Michelle will
for.
be like, forget it, cancel the rest.
Anyway, the reason why, this is not even why I'm calling Michelle. I'm calling Michelle because Michelle grabbed an early morning Uber yesterday, And tell everyone what happened with your Uber ride.
Oh, she was so kind, and she was just talking to me about, the plans for last night. Like, oh, do you have any plans? And I was, at that moment, I didn't have any plans, and I was like, why would I have plans? Today's like any other day. But she has a concierge service, and one of the things that she does is this thing called Sweet Treats. And so as an SUITE, and she would go into hotel rooms that people had hired her to decorate them for their after dinner experience.
Wow, so you got this? You got an image of this? Michelle's Uber driver yesterday had another side business where she's like a concierge, and she had plans. She was hired to go to hotel rooms that had already been reserved for the after-dinner Valentine's Day continuation with the couple. And this Uber driver and her concierge business, she was going to the hotel rooms where obviously she's been given access, or name was available at the front desk for her to get a key to then go into the room. And she was going in to decorate these hotel rooms. Did she say how many she was doing?
She said she had several to do, and her business is called White Glove Concierge. But she said she was so excited because she said, I think one of them is going to propose. And she was all excited about it.
Oh, that's so cute.
So she was going to the hotel. She was going to totally decorate the room with a Valentine's Day theme. And so when after dinner, the couple would then go, oh, I got a surprise. We're now going to a romantic night at a hotel. And they would walk into the room, and the thing was totally decked out with, balloons, flowers, whatever the decorations were. I mean, talk about a cool concept.
It really is.
It's a good idea.
And, whenever I see those, you see them on Instagram where a guy has proposed and it's like all the balloons and the flower petals and everything. And I'm like, no way did a dude do all that decoration.
Right?
It's a good business.
Hey, speaking...
The petals and the flowers everywhere.
Candles.
Like rose petals all over the bed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, oh yeah. Hey, speaking of Valentine's Day, Michelle, one last thing, I'll let you go.
What? Yeah, please.
Fester actually showed me this yesterday. And I sent the message over to our contacts at the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. So I'm waiting to hear back if we can get the sheriff on, if there are any stats, if there's any follow-up here. But Fester, and this got caught up yesterday. We didn't get a chance to mention it yesterday. But Fester brings up an item from the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office's Facebook page. And they had a little deal going yesterday for Valentine's Day. Does your ex have a warrant? Turn them in during the HCSO's Valentine's Day special.
Oh, that's awesome.
Jeez.
So
that's hilarious.
If your ex has a warrant out, call the HCSO and let them know where they can find them. Because listen, a lot of times there are warrants out for people. They know the warrant's out, so they make themselves scarce. They're not at their regular address. Listen, I've done a bunch of ride-alongs. In fact, just recently, the last couple of weeks, I was out with Sergeant Jeff Catlin, and they had a couple of open warrants, and they got his squad, and they got a canine out, and we actually did a couple of knocking announces at a couple of places with, because they had warrants out. And what happens is when they know that they have a warrant, they're not at home. They avoid the places where the police think they'll be. And listen, one of the warrants was terrible. Guy poured lighter fluid on his sister and lit her on fire. I mean, it was awful. I mean, terrible story. But they flee. They go somewhere. So the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, for Valentine's Day, hey, you want to do like a reverse Valentine? You want to get even with your ex? If you know they have a warrant, hey, tell us where they are. We'll go pick them up on Valentine's Day.
I mean, there are people with warrants right now who nobody knows there's a warrant except for the ex. They broke up. Yeah. It's been a couple of months. Maybe it's contentious.
Yep.
Maybe it would be anonymous. It would never come back to that person. And they get a free stay, an all-inclusive stay, compliments of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office at the Hillsborough Orient Road Hotel.
I just sent the message to.
I gotta
go. What now?
I gotta go.
Why?
You gotta go.
Oh, that's right. You
Talk about suspicious.
You've got an appointment. All right.
Talk about suspicious.
All right, so let me know if you have another fun Uber ride. Oh, no, you have the car this morning. All right, goodbye.
Okay, goodbye.
All right. So there we have it.
Interesting.
Valentine's Day. Isn't that cool?
Very.
I thought that was fantastic.
Which part?
Yeah, I'm confused. You
Yeah, I
mean
mean,
the
isn't that cool? We talked about
the
like 20
concierge
things.
or
No,
the
concierge?
everything. No, the whole
The last 30 minutes of my life?
No,
Yes.
the concierge is cool, and I think that the Hillsborough County promotion is fantastic.
I gotta say,
That's
man,
cool. That's the last thing I said is what I'm saying. Isn't that cool?
I put up a big red flag whenever like a delivery driver or an Uber or a taxi driver tries to talk to me about their side hustles. One guy he roped me for like 15 minutes about Mona V years ago, and I'm like, I pretend I'm asleep every
You know
ride
what?
I'm on.
You used to see that Mona V.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like some kind of drink?
Oh
it's
my
an
God.
elixir
But
of some kind.
you used to see the signs on the back windows
Of
of
course.
cars and SUVs. And I haven't seen those Mona V things for a long time. Wasn't that like a multi-level marketing
All
thing?
It is. Every time a taxi driver opens their mouth or an Uber driver about something they're doing on the side, I'm like, this is going to be an MLM.
MLM, multi-level marketing. Oh my God, pyramid deal or whatever the hell it is. You know.
If first thing I say, I get into a Uber, no speak English, and then usually they don't speak English, so then I tell them I speak some language that they don't speak. Oh, me Russian, and they go, oh, I'm sorry.
Me Russian.
Yes.
You fat.
I just sit there and fall asleep.
Oh man, I have a pretty cool contraceptive advancement. What are you hunting me about?
Contraceptive? You mean like pregnancy?
Prevention? Do you want me to repeat my sentence? I have a pretty cool contraceptive advancement.
You came up with this?
No, I've got a story.
Well, say
I'm
you
not
have a story about.
I'm not a scientist in a lab. I said I have a story about it.
You're making it like this is something that you've practiced or you came up with.
I mean, he tried to practice it, but nobody else was really game for it. So
We might be on the verge of the holy grail male contraceptive drug that could revolutionize birth control. A new study is showing very good results for a breakthrough in male birth control, and it can be taken orally. Scientists at Weill Cornell Medical, pretty serious operation, have announced that their drug, currently called TDI 11861, but that'll get some kind of crazy name like Skyrizi or Biktarvy or
Brocasperma.
Yeah, Kizquali.
I heard you.
Stop sperma.
Stop a sperma.
Stop sperma.
Sperma blocka.
Sperminoff. Sperminoff.
There you go.
Sperminoff is what it is.
Something.
No, but this is an oral pill that guys are going to be able to take, and it will temporarily stop sperm production.
Yeah, let's hear the list of side effects.
Yeah, and
you got a
I'm
hand growing out of your knee.
I'll take, dude. That's the one place I could use a hand. If I ever
And when you want it to start producing again, is it going to produce what you want it
Well,
to?
no, you stop taking the pill and then it wears off. It's, again, they're saying this is a game changer. Like penicillin, quote, this is a game changer, was discovered unintentionally in 2018 when Dr. Melanie Balbach
Oh my God.
was...
All right, so Dr. Ballback is figuring out how to stop
Dr. Ballback.
your reproductive organs.
Then you go and you say, I want my balls back, Dr. Ballback.
Will you stop? Roxanne, you know what? That is
too far.
Shock. Roxanne, you're a shock jock. What are you doing?
What are we doing here?
Got Roxanne Stern over here. All right, so so the doctor, really, I'm not making it up. The doctor is Dr. Melanie Balbach. It's Balbach. She was researching a protein called soluble adrenalyl cyclase for an eye condition when the drug was given to mice and then observed its sperm halting capabilities. So we're on the verge, it looks like, of TDI 11861, which is going to be a pill that a guy can take, and it shuts off the swimmies.
Okay, hold on.
For a short period of time, and then you stop taking the pill. What?
Did I just hear you say they gave it as eye drops for an eye condition to mice?
No.
That's how they discovered it stopped sperm production?
Apparently, the drug was given to mice, and this was initially, I guess, a drug that was being researched for an eye condition. And they found out, yes, that the drug for an eye condition shuts off the little swimmers.
Wow.
Oh.
Are the mice like...
Temporarily.
But I was planning on having so many little mice.
I can see perfectly, though.
Yeah. They were the three blind mice. No?
Good one, Rox.
So I'm telling you, this is a serious breakthrough. We're on the verge of something huge when it comes to contraception. It's always been on the women with contraception, whether it's the pill, IUD, the sponge, the Today sponge. That's
a thing still, I
No,
think.
I thought that didn't those go away? That was the whole Seinfeld.
pad.
Yeah.
That was the whole Elaine
sponge.
thing, Spongeworthy,
Spongeworthy.
and all that, right? Anyway, so am I missing any other contraceptives, Roxanne? Because
I
it's
wasn't
always
listening.
been. What do you mean you weren't listening?
No, repeat them. I
Garter
looked at the text.
belt.
I
So
chastity belts.
Okay,
is what it is.
Chastity belt.
Garter belts are the opposite.
Listen, contraception has always been really the female's responsibility.
True,
So
except for
I
condoms.
said the pill,
Mm-hmm.
the sponge, IUD.
You forgot a diaphragm,
So
the
di-
trampoline.
Right. All right. So what else am I missing? Anything else?
Sounds
The
about right. Oh,
butterface.
what about
I mean, just being naturally ugly has been an amazing.
what about like a spermicide? But that would be more for the men, or like
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah, but you know, of course, you have condoms, but again,
different sort of creams or
so
something
there's
that's supposed to kill it.
The bulk of the birth control has been
on the woman,
especially from a pill standpoint.
Ooh,
Yes.
I just found a good, better, best chart of contraception.
Oh, geez, what
And
is this?
IUDs are all the top tier protection.
Right.
Then there's the pill, the patch, the ring, and the shot.
So the implant. Oh, what was that implant that they put in women's
ring?
arms?
That's birth control as
No,
well.
but they were
Depo-Provera.
There was a thing that they put in women's arms like back in the 80s and 90s. And
So there's an
you
implant-
could feel their arm and it felt like there were like speed bumps under their skin. Like
Yeah, I think it was the Depo-Provera implant.
was that it?
Next Planin, the implant, it lasts for 3 years, and it's on the works best category.
Right. So what's interesting here, Fester found a hierarchy of birth control that's best, and the IUDs are like the top at 5 stars, and then okay with only 3 stars is the pill or the patch.
How did withdrawal rank?
No,
not so well.
Depo-Provera is a shot. That's okay. That's only 3 stars. And then not so well is diaphragm.
Yes.
Withdrawal.
Just keeping a little calendar of when your days
and
are doesn't
actually,
work that well.
Condoms are listed as not so well. 1 star.
I think that's user error when that happens.
Or the trickaroo.
Something you want to tell us?
No.
All right.
No.
Let's move on to meat. You ready?
So we're doing related topics. Okay.
Do you know that a dozen eggs now costs more than a pound of ground beef?
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. A dozen eggs is more than 16 ounces of ground beef. How is that possible?
What's
Now-
ground beef? What, like $4.50 a pound?
I don't. You tell me. I don't buy a lot of ground beef.
Oh, I buy so much ground beef. I buy the big 10-pound tube of it.
I love. Dude, you buy the beef tubes instead of like a freshly ground chuck?
It was freshly ground before they jammed it in that tube.
In a factory in Iowa 3 months ago.
I'll eat a cow's
Oh my
butt.
God! Now I love a good hamburger, man. I love just a good, juicy, medium rare cheeseburger with a pile of lettuce. But I don't tend to buy a lot of ground beef myself for the house. But this is crazy because of the global bird flu. It wiped out about 100 million poultry and all these these egg laying hens. And the price of a carton of 12 eggs, I'm talking about the cheap, like institutional garbage eggs, where the yolk is about as yellow as toilet paper.
As your belly.
No, I'm serious. So cheap eggs hit a record $4.82 a dozen in January. And it was less than $2 a year earlier for a dozen eggs. And you compare that with the average price of ground beef, and right now, eggs are more expensive. Price of a pound of ground chuck has fallen to $4.64 a pound from a peak of $5.12 last August.
That's what I said, yeah.
So
$4.50.
you're right in the game there.
Yeah.
So you've got eggs are more expensive on average right now than a pound of ground beef.
Crazy. Who's sitting in the catbird seat with her egg allergy? Me.
Did you say the catbird seat?
Yes, I
Catbird
did.
seed.
What the hell is this? Is this like a 1930s radio drama?
Roxanne found out when that you were allergic to eggs like 3 weeks ago or something.
Yeah.
So now
Something like
Roxanne
that.
is trying to suggest that she doesn't care about high egg prices because she's not eating them now that she's allergic.
I'm kidding. I absolutely do. That would be a very selfish attitude. My family still eats them.
You haven't stopped eating eggs. And first of all, you can't avoid all the foods that you eat that have eggs that are part of the ingredients. You can't avoid eggs.
No, you can't. You
And
really
you know
can't.
what I really like? I like a over easy egg on a burger. How about that?
Oh, that's a thing.
That's good.
You know how expensive that is,
Good.
Froggy? What are you, rich?
No, that's a thing.
What, you're a millionaire now?
Listen.
So, I love
After your
the
conference.
Let me reveal my hamburger cheeseburger preferences. Now, I've been to some places that have, and Fest, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The restaurants that specialize in burgers, and they have a whole array of specialty burgers.
Yes.
Like Ford's Garage has a good egg burger.
Burger, yep.
Like Ford's Garage is a great place. They make a good burger. I'm longtime friends with the CEO of Ford's Garage, Steve Schleman. Morning, Steve. And Ford's Garage does a great job. For instance, around the country, there are tons of well-known places. A famous one, for instance, out in Denver, Duffy's Cherry Cricket. Have you ever been there?
Every town has a couple of restaurants that just make a legendary burger.
They have like 50 specialty burgers with all kinds of stuff. So my revelation is, I don't want any of the gimmicks. I just want a kick-ass, just a cheeseburger. I don't even put ketchup on my cheeseburgers. I just want a great cheeseburger cooked perfectly medium rare with the right amount of drip, a great slice of cheese on top, and then I grab a cold pile of crispy. I don't want my lettuce on the burger. I have like when I go to El Cap, and I love El Cap. Michelle and I, we're huge El Cap fans right down here on 4th in St. Pete. And I'm telling you right now, that they always abide by my wishes. I order the daily double on the regular bun, not the sesame bun. And then I say I need a separate plate with a big stack of cold lettuce. And I assemble my own lettuce because I want the cold crisp immediately. So I do my own assembly. But I don't want a crazy specialty burger. I want just a good cheeseburger, and that's it. I'm not even putting ketchup or mayo or mustard on the thing.
I like everything you said, but you have to put a little mayonnaise on there. Just some mayonnaise. Makes it
No.
better. Yes.
No. That is sacrilege. I don't want mayonnaise.
Please, I've seen him 14 times.
You know, I didn't read the story, but I saw something this week that fans are pissed at Jimmy Buffett for something.
Yeah, being a sellout, maybe?
Excuse
Margaritaville
me?
everywhere. Everything's called Margaritaville
He's a
now?
businessman, is what he is.
I got to look it up. Oh, it is 8:32. Folks, I have another pair of Duran Duran tickets we're going to give away in less than half an hour at 9 o'clock. So if you would like to win the second pair of Duran Duran tickets, they're coming to Amelie on June 17th, and we'll have the second pair. We had a very excited winner at 7:30. And then we'll do another pair of Duran Duran tickets at 9 o'clock exactly in less than half an hour, 27 minutes from right now, here on the MJ Morning Show. Stand by. Welp, he was a no-show, but the name was revealed. Out in California. Any idea what I'm talking about? Anybody?
Ooh. The lottery guy.
What?
I forgot.
Did you say the malottery guy?
The lottery guy.
It sounded like you said the malottery guy. That would be correct.
Oh, good one.
The billionaire lottery guy.
Yeah, the individual that won the $2.04 billion Powerball back on the November 7th drawing has finally come forward. If you remember last week, I did a story about it's unbelievable. Whoever won the $2 billion Powerball back in November still has not come forward. That was an item I did last week, and then boom, earlier this week on, what was it, yesterday? Was it yesterday or Monday? What was yesterday? Yesterday was Tuesday. It was earlier this week. Story came out that the winner has finally come forward for the $2 billion winning Powerball ticket. And the winner, only one ticket won, and it was sold in California at some gas station.
And that guy got $1 million for being the guy who sold it to him.
Yeah, the owner of the gas station. It was like a one-off mom-pop service station convenience deal. And the owner of the store won $1 million. And that varies, by the way. Some states that are part of the multi-state Powerball or Mega Millions, some states, man, they really shove a gas nozzle up you know where, and they give you almost nothing. Some they'll sell like a $2 billion ticket, and some states with their lottery, they'll give the seller like $10,000.
Yeah.
You know, California, that's a good one. $1 million went to the service station owner. The winner was revealed, although he did not show up. Edwin Castro. He was the single winning ticket that matched all 6 numbers.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah, purchased at Joe's Service Center.
Of course.
He's never going there again.
In Los Angeles County.
So did he take the lump sum? Did he take the annuity? What's the deal on the money? Any word?
Yeah, we don't know yet. Let's see. No additional information was released about Castro. They held a big press conference at the California Lottery yesterday, and they had the big giant check with the $2 billion on it, and his name, Edwin Castro. And the winner's name is public record in California. Like here in Florida, if you win the lottery, $250,000 or more, you can remain private for just a short amount of time.
Like 90 days.
Yeah, it's like 90 days. So in Florida, if you win $250,000 or more, you can remain anonymous for 90 days, and that's it.
So
and
you have 90 days to just change your identity.
All right, I'm getting some inside information.
Yes.
From Crazy Dave, the listener.
Yep.
And he's texting me that the cash value is $994 million.
Sounds about right.
And that he took the cash.
Oh,
yeah.
God, could you imagine?
Crazy Dave has sources that I don't have up here.
Yeah, so this is the largest lottery jackpot in U.S. history, won by one guy named Edwin Castro from Los Angeles County.
So how long until he's buried under somebody's porch?
No kidding, right?
Oh, like Shakespeare?
Yeah, Abraham Shakespeare.
That's right, the whole Polk County Shakespeare case. That was terrible.
I don't want to, I mean, it sounds good, but the troubles, just the troubles of having that much money, I would imagine.
More money, more problems.
Everything changes.
Hey, hey, Roxa, say that again.
More money, more problems.
No,
Wow.
more money, more problems.
Wow, you are like the whitest 90s rapper quoter ever.
More money, more problems.
More.
Yeah. So, no other information about the guy. He did not show up to the press event yesterday. He's declined to do media interviews. And guess what? He's making the right move. And I'll tell you what, if California allowed him to be anonymous, I'm sure he would have stayed completely anonymous, and that would be the right move. If you're in a state where you're able to remain anonymous, you would have to be a total jackass on wheels. If a schmuck on wheels, jackass on wheels, an ass couch, whatever. If you wanted your name and face out there, if you won a huge lottery jackpot and you had the ability to stay completely anonymous, you'd have to be an idiot. By the way, California is a public record state, so the winner's name revealed. Only 11 states allow you to remain anonymous. And Florida's not one. You can remain anonymous for 90 days if you do 250 or more. Actually, your friend said 994. My story says, my updated story here says that his lump sum is going to be $997,600,000.
$3 million off. Crazy Dave, get back to your math.
I'm going to share a text, a conspiracy text.
Yep.
I'm Dominican, so don't take this the wrong way, but I think it took him this long because he was probably illegal and he wanted to figure things out first.
Well, I don't know why anybody would speculate or say that.
Wow.
That's just what a texter said.
So his last name is Castro, and you assume he's illegal?
A texter that says that they are... So,
he said he's Dominican, so don't take this the wrong way.
Dominican texter thinks that this guy could have been illegal?
That's what his idea is.
I grew up with
Conspiracy
a kid
theory.
named Castro. He's completely American.
That is just proof that opinions are like asses.
Hey, I know numerous Castros.
Yeah,
They itch.
Okay. Yeah, they all stink.
What?
No, this guy's coming up with opinions about this guy's unfound opinions about spewing off about his citizenship.
He started with, don't take this the wrong way.
Hey, Roxanne.
So let's read it on the air.
Yeah, let's.
let's.
I'm glad that investor is back.
I have no idea what. Hold on.
I think
Stop. Stop.
Ugh.
I have no problem with Roxanne reading this text on the air. Why are you giving her crap?
I think it's awfully douchey of the listener to call it. Hey, he's probably an illegal alien. Don't take it the wrong way. I'm Dominican.
You're offended.
Yeah, it's a little pricky on the part of the listener.
You know what?
He's back.
Nasty bastard Fester is back.
He is.
I guess the myasthenia gravis is back in remission.
I'm the most honest son of a bitch in here, so you guys can say whatever you want.
You were so nice when you were sick.
Yeah.
Roxanne, have you ever done an ice bath? Because you're into all these celebrity fads and everything.
I did cryotherapy, and I did. What else did I do?
You know, there's I
take whole cold showers.
I
in the
think
morning.
there's a cryo place next to the sweat place that Michelle and I go to on MacDill.
You got to get an ice barrel. Have you seen those? It's a big barrel that you dump yourself in.
Well, the reason why, kind of like the Jeffrey Dahmer bedroom barrel?
Sort of, yeah. It looks like
that big blue barrel that Jeffrey Dahmer had dissolving body parts in.
But it's meant specifically for ice dipping or whatever.
The reason why I'm bringing this up is I saw a headline, and Roxanne, I know that you're easily swayed and you're always trying out.
Yeah, that's just me. I'm easily swayed. So it says have you ever tried to argue with me and get me to do something that I don't want to do? I think you know the answer to that.
I'm just saying that you seem to always jump on the bandwagon for the latest, greatest, anti-aging fad or whatever. You seem to jump on latest health fads. Am I wrong?
I'm interested in new health fads, because I like health.
The reason why I'm bringing this up is that a lot of celebrities are promoting the ice baths, but apparently the science might not back up the whole ice bath concept.
Okay, then how come every locker room I've ever seen has those big metal barrels with football players sitting in ice baths?
I know that. I think Mahomes is in an ice bath in a State Farm commercial.
He's dropping bath bombs in them.
Was that's State Farm,
next
right?
to Jake.
And that doesn't some guy roll in with doesn't Kenny G roll in or something or some Kenny G wannabe?
The locker room attendant comes in with a violin to serenade Mahomes.
Yeah, saxophone or whatever.
Yeah, cold therapy is really hot right now. It's really popular. Everybody's talking about it in different forms.
I know that not Michelle, but Chloe, when she was playing club soccer, she went to one of those cryo things where you stand up and they close the door and then it turns really cold. It's like cryotherapy. And I know that I've heard that a lot of trainers recommend it, but the reason why I'm bringing this up is I'm not making this up. This was on Fox 13's website yesterday or 2 days ago. Celebrities promote ice baths, but science on health benefits is lukewarm. That's the headline. So, hey, don't shoot the messenger here. This was an Associated Press story, which I actually saw on the Fox 13 website. And it said the coolest thing on social media these days may be celebrities and regular folks plunging into frigid water or taking ice baths. The touted benefits include improved mood, more energy, weight loss, and reduced inflammation, but the science supporting some of those claims is lukewarm. Kim Kardashian posted her foray on Instagram. Harry Styles has tweeted about his dips. Kristen Bell says her plunges are brutal but mentally uplifting. And Lizzo claims ice plunges reduce inflammation and make her body feel better.
Oh, I have a joke I want to say.
But here's what medical evidence and experts and fans say about the practice, which dates back centuries. And it just goes into that, hey, the endorphin rush is an incredible way to wake up. But I guess the science of does it really have any medical or health benefit, that's what they're saying is that is very murky.
They always say, I do the cold showers too. I think I always feel good after a cold shower.
Good cold shower, yeah.
Yeah, because it just wakes you up, and then it just is also a good way to get your thyroid in check.
Yes.
Did you know that?
No.
Cold water immersion raises blood pressure and increases stress on the heart. Repeated cold water immersions during winter months have been shown to improve how the body responds to insulin. All right. This might help reduce risks of diabetes. So it's like here you got one benefit, but then it also increases stress on the heart. I don't think that's a positive thing. It can be dangerous for people with heart trouble, sometimes leading to life-threatening irregular heartbeats.
I don't know.
That's a flutter.
Anyway,
Murmur.
It just seems that the science, there are some good and bad here. It seems that they're saying that it's lukewarm. The science. And Roxanne, you just strike me as the type that would be into like jumping into an ice bath.
I'll do it if someone brings an ice bath in.
Why is it called
Hold me
lukewarm?
back from it. Yeah.
What does lukewarm even mean?
Well, Chad was the other brother, and Chad warm didn't sound right at all.
Yeah.
I shall name this temperature water out of my favorite son, Luke. But
No,
Dad,
I wanted it, Dad.
Chad, although you were firstborn, I do not like you best. I like your brother Luke. We shall call this water lukewarm.
When we get back, do you guys know about the baby box?
The baby box.
Yeah, when we get back, I got to talk about the baby box. This is quite a deal here, the baby box. And then also, I think I need to call Chloe. I need to call Chloe in Scotland because, man, she was so hot to trot on a particular app, a game. And then I just saw a story about it, and I'm like, whoa, hang on a minute. That kind of just disappeared. And, folks, what was everyone playing? What was everyone talking about? And, man, this thing was hot. It was on fire, and then it just went poof and disappeared.
Farmville.
Hold on. No. Hang on. We'll get to that next. And a whole lot more. Plus, we'll give away another set of Duran Duran tickets coming up in minutes. At 9 o'clock, another pair of Duran Duran tickets that you can call in and win here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. 5, it is 8:56, so 4 minutes away. In about 4 minutes, we'll give away another pair of Duran Duran concert tickets. Show's been announced. The Tampa Bay area. We're part of the Duran Duran World Tour. It's going to be June 17th at Amalie, and we gave away our first pair of tickets this morning at 7:30 to a very excited Lynn. And we'll give away another pair of tickets here in about 3.5 minutes at 9 o'clock or thereabouts here on the MJ Morning Show. Now, a couple of things. We got another long chunk of the show, uninterrupted, starting right now. I asked about the baby box. Do you know what the baby box is, Roxanne? I thought that you would probably have seen this.
I have not seen it.
Nobody knows the baby box?
Is that the box that you get if you're British and you're having a baby and they send you all the necessities?
Nope.
Is it a box that a baby sleeps in?
I always thought the baby box, if somebody would have asked me what it is, which is what you're doing, is that the thing like at firefighters or fire stations where you can
getting warmer.
Not return a baby.
Getting
but
warmer.
Like surrender a child.
Getting warmer.
And I think a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, I saw that the first baby box was used in maybe some local county. Or
warmer. Getting very hot.
How do I not have the right answer already?
You're sizzling.
Okay. I think I've given you the answer.
What is that thing? What is that thing? Jinx.
Yeah, Jinx. Now you can't talk until I say your name, Fester. I forgive you.
Well, Michelle, I didn't know this, but if you jinx, you're supposed to say something, and then there's like a line, buy you a Coke. What is it? How does that go?
What?
Hold on. Michelle knows it. And I never heard the buy the Coke. When you do a jinx, when you say the same thing. Hang on. Michelle.
An Army Brett thing.
And I'm calling the home. She's in the car. Hang on a minute. Calling Michelle. She knows this. When you say something and you go jinx, there's another part to that. And we just had the conversation over the weekend, and I had no idea about the second part of the jinx deal. How does it go, Michelle?
I don't know. I had to look it up, but it's like jinx, and then you can't talk or something, and then it's like poke, poke, poke. You owe me a Coke.
Yeah.
And then you can say jinx, no buttercups.
Jinx, poke, poke, poke. You owe me a Coke, and then buttercups.
Jinx, no buttercups.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Whatever the hell that means. All right, Michelle.
I don't know. It's all these different rules. You got to follow the game.
Okay, carry on. Thank you.
What if you step on a crack?
Any game where it ends up with somebody buying me some Coke, I'm listening.
The baby box is as follows. So, we've had this for quite some time in Florida where if you wanted to abandon a baby, there are places where you can
legally
and not suffer legal consequences,
right.
like being arrested for child endangerment or abandonment or, whatever. But in Kentucky, they have the baby box.
I think it's called the baby box here, too.
Well,
that's the term I've heard associated.
Dude, listen to this. Like when you go to a bank and you'll have an ATM in the side wall of the building? Well, guess what? There's a building in Bowling Green, Kentucky, which, by the way, is the home to the Corvette assembly plant for General Motors and Chevrolet. But in Bowling Green, Kentucky, there is a building. The baby box is at the Bowling Green Fire Department, and it is literally a hinged door in the side of the building.
I think that's how it is, man, because it's supposed to be completely anonymous as well.
All right, so in the side of the building, they have like a handle. You turn the knob, you open up this big hinged door, and you drop the baby into the box, into the side of the building. Then you close it.
A silent alarm goes off, and then the baby's immediately tended to.
It's like when you give your urine at the doctor, you put in that little door and you close it, and it goes on the other side.
There you go. That's what it's like.
I have the most awkward sample story from a doctor's office where I can't say on the air. But direct message.
Well, hold on. Hang on. Let me do the story. Stop. You're the one who complains about going off track, and you're the worst one about it.
I say let's keep it funny. That's what I say.
Go back to that other story. I want to read. I want to read what it says.
So there's a bunch of.
So on the actual baby box in the side of the building, there's a big sign, and it reads "Safe Haven Baby Drop-Off Box." Please do not open door unless you're in need of services. silent alarm will activate, and it's the Safe Haven crisis line. So if you want to like dump a baby, which I don't understand, what would possess somebody to just dump their baby? But I guess it takes all types of humans out there.
There's like a young parent that doesn't know what to do.
But can you imagine opening up this little door on the side of a building, shoving your baby in, and then closing the door?
So Florida's only...
It's like a night deposit at a bank, and you're dropping in your baby.
So there's a bunch of places where you can use the safe haven law, but Florida has one baby box.
Where is ours?
The only baby box in the state of Florida is a fire station in Ocala.
Ocala.
It launched in December of 2020,
right?
And it was used for the first time in January, and that's why I said I thought I heard of it being used recently.
Well, I'm talking about the Kentucky box because that was the first time a baby was surrendered there. This was last week. A Kentucky infant was put into the baby box in the side of a fire station building where it's like this big, like black framed metal contraption, and there's a little turn. You know what it's like? You know the turn handles like on a boat? Yeah. You know, like in the floor of a boat where you have like a
little latch thing?
Yeah, the latch thing. It's
you
like
pull
that.
Up and you turn.
Exactly. That's the kind of latch it is, and then it opens up this door, and you put the baby inside. I guess there are blankets, and there's all kinds of stuff inside to make the baby comfortable. And it trips an alarm so they know that something's been put into the... What if you drop off like lunch for the firefighters?
Listen, there's a clear sign that says, do not touch this door unless you need our services.
Well, what if you want to give them like some cheeseburgers? You put a whole bunch of cheeseburgers inside.
Then you should be punched in the face.
Right.
So you type surrender a baby box into Google. I hit images, and there are hundreds of buildings, MJ, with this vault-like door with a safe space for the child.
I didn't know it existed. I had no idea that this existed. So Kentucky, with a baby box in their state at a Bowling Green, Kentucky fire station, they got their first infant put into the baby box. And this is under a new state law permitting the anonymous drop-off of newborns. And, you know, you can drop off babies to fire stations here in Florida. And I guess we have a baby box at a fire station in Ocala. So not far up the road. All right, it's 9:03, so I think we need to give away some Duran Duran tickets. Let's do caller 50 again. Caller 50 was very successful. We had Lynn, who was like just screaming her head off. She loved it. So if you would like to see Duran Duran, the world tour, what is it, Future Past? Is that the name of the tour?
That's it.
Duran Duran's going to be down at Amalie in downtown Tampa on June 17th. And if you'd like to go, caller 50 right now, 800-990-1047. Caller 50, and you'll win Duran Duran tickets for the show in June. 800-990-1047. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Oh, man, I just thought of something hysterical. Oh, my God.
Oh, this better be funny.
I know exactly what you're going to do.
Oh, my God.
All right, hold on.
Can I write it down?
My God. I just thought of this.
I'm going to write down what I think you just thought of.
Oh, I know what you thought of. I'm going to write it down.
We're all going to write that.
Everyone write it down.
I will tell you, if I'm correct, it's not hysterical.
Everybody write it down on a Post-it and hand it to me.
First.
Hang on. Froggy hands. I'm not looking at it. I'm scrunching it up. I'll open up Froggy's in a minute.
I will tell you.
Fester, where's yours?
Here's mine.
Hand it to me.
There you go.
All right, Fester's handing me her, and Roxanne is giving me. Hang on, give it to me. Roxanne.
I thought about it, but I think it's a little insensitive.
I think it's not appropriate. For you to say I thought of it and it's hysterical says more about you than anything else.
And guess what? We're not the only ones in this room who thought of it.
Let me open up Froggy's. Yes. All right, Froggy's right. Let me see if Fester's also right. All right, Fester's is on this sheet of paper. Yes, that is correct.
Nothing's funny about that.
Yes, it is.
Nothing.
All right, hang on a minute. And here's Roxanne's. Yes. All right.
Yeah.
We need to shoot a video. We need to put Shorty Shane inside the baby box.
No.
You're alone on that one, man.
Oh, I think
you're
it's
alone
great.
on that one.
Why?
You don't.
I mean, you're not going to. Are you going to get a video of the firefighters finding him?
Yeah, finding Shorty Shane and then trying to save an infant child.
He'll have a body cam.
Do you realize?
Oh yeah, he has that little chest one.
We'll give him a body cam. So we need to go to Ocala, find the fire station in Ocala, and put Shorty Shane in the baby box.
Okay.
And we'll put like a bonnet on him and he'll have a rattle.
Mommy, then let me no
and
more.
he'll have a pacifier and everything.
He
has a baby outfit.
He does, but we're 0 for 2 on Shorty Shane ideas. The laundromat did not work well.
Oh.
That turned out poorly.
And?
The doll?
The doll?
Oh, the doll.
That turned out poorly.
Well, hey,
not good optics.
Guess what? Third time's a charm.
Yeah, I don't know that making jokes
Hey.
over people making the tough decision to abandon their child for a better life is necessarily the way we need to go.
Oh, great fest.
You know what? Hey, let me tell you what we need to work on. Hey, hang on. Is Buck down the hall? Hey, do me a favor. Run down the hall and get me Buck. Go get Buck, the video guy. Because you know what? I think enough time has passed. We need to post the uncensored, unedited laundromat video that
nobody's here anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. The previous management is gone, so we need to post. I don't. I'm getting hand signals here from Andrew. I have no idea what he's doing.
Andrew just gave you the oddest hand signal that I have no idea what it means.
We have no idea. What? Oh, he's not here.
He's not here.
So why would you give me knuckles going sideways? What is?
The doors? Is that the door lock? No. All right. Anyway,
folks, if you don't remember what happened with the laundromat, hey, where are we on the calls?
Andrew is up to number what?
What number are we up to? Oh, so I can take. All right, let me take the winner right now. Hang on, and then we'll talk about the laundromat video and then the big red boot, which is ridiculous. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
Trisha.
Trisha, why are you calling the MJ Morning Show right now?
Because hopefully I won the Duran Duran tickets.
You did.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
You got it. You're caller 50. You win, Trisha.
Yes. Oh, my God. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
I'll tell you what. This is like the second completely ecstatic winner. This is...
Duran Duran's really popular.
Our listeners love winning Duran Duran tickets for the show.
Oh, my God. I can't believe it. Well, I grew up in the 80s. They were one of my favorite bands. Love them.
Well, and guess what? They still sound great live. Did you know that?
I heard you talking about it, so I'm looking forward to hearing them.
Yeah, they're great. Well, Amalie Arena, June 17th, Duran Duran. Trisha, where are you calling from?
Palm Harbor. I'm actually calling from work. I work at the Bay Plains VA. So.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. Listen, thank you so much. Trisha, you got it. You're caller 50. Duran Duran tickets are yours.
Thank you so much, MJ Morning Show. I love you guys.
Thank you so much. I'm going to put you on hold. Andrew's going to get all your information and enjoy the show.
All right, thank you.
You bet. Man, I tell you, that is the second absolutely ecstatic, like screaming winner for Duran. It's like
awesome.
It's like she's 16 again, screaming for Duran Duran. That's fantastic. All right, well, guess what? We'll give away another 2 sets of tickets tomorrow morning on the MJ Morning Show, and then more tickets on Friday morning. So we got you Duran Duran tickets right here on the MJ Morning Show, but I think that says something. 2 winners, female, and they are screaming excited about winning the tickets. All right, if you're calling in still, hang on a minute, let me go through these. Hi, good morning, it's MJ. Who's this?
Jennifer.
Jennifer, bad news for you. You're technically caller 51. You just missed it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. I know.
More coming up tomorrow,
Yeah,
right?
but well, guess what? We've got 2 more paired tomorrow morning, 7:30 and 9 again on the MJ Morning Show, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks for phoning in. Look, every line is still ringing. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, we gave away the tickets. You're caller 52, so you missed it by this much.
Wow, you have no idea. I call all the time. Never get through the first time ever.
Well, yeah. Hey, listen, 52. Not bad. I mean, you were close, but hey, we'll give away more tickets tomorrow morning.
Not good either, okay? 52 is like second loser, okay?
What's your name?
Rob Seminole.
Hey, Rob in Seminole. All right, so I'll give away another pair of Duran Duran tickets at 7:30 tomorrow morning and again at this time, 9 o'clock, okay?
Awesome. Hope to talk to you guys then. Take care.
Me too. Hope to talk to you, buddy. Thank you for listening. All right, now, should I go through all these calls? Every line is ringing. Hi, it's MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we gave away the tickets. You're caller 53. Yeah, anyway. Hey, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you listening. Thanks. Hi, MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Yes. Did I win?
I guess your radio was turned down like a good listener, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, you are caller, what is this? You're 54. Yeah, we gave away the tickets, so I'm just picking up lines now. You're 54, but I hear it in your voice that you would have screamed as well if you won.
Screamed. I saw them like 100 years ago at the USF Sundome.
A long time ago.
I saw them back in 1923 at the USF Sundome. It was just a tent back then.
Yes, right after the Harding election.
Yeah, it was right after the Sunday revival they had with the snake oil guy. And anyway, so we'll get. Hey, what's your first name? Julie. You're kind of fading in and out. So, Julie, we're going to give away Duran Duran tickets again tomorrow morning at 7:30 and again at 9 o'clock, okay?
Okay. I'll be listening.
Julie, thanks for listening to the MJ Morning Show.
Sure.
All right.
I changed. Sure.
I put up with that crap,
Sure.
Okay. Hey, Andrew, I'm not going to take any more calls here. Maybe I'll take one more. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hi, I'm calling about the Duran Duran ticket.
I know. You're caller 55. Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, anyway, listen, I'm giving away tickets again tomorrow morning at 7:30 and again at 9.
Awesome. Thank you.
I thank you. Hey, where are you calling from?
Tampa,
And do you know the name of the show?
the MJ Morning Show.
Excellent. Thank you. We'll talk to you tomorrow, 7:30 and 9. I hope you win.
All right.
All right, that's it. I'm not taking any more calls. Except this one right here. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hey, Andrew.
No, this is
No, this is MJ.
This is MJ.
Hey, MJ.
Yeah, we're live. Who's this?
This is Eddie from Brandon.
Eddie, we gave away the tickets. You're technically caller 56. All right?
I just really wanted to see Duran Duran.
That's Taylor.
Yeah, I wanted to see Taylor Swift.
That was me the first time.
All right,
Yeah,
so
we
tomorrow morning we'll give away Duran Duran tickets again at 7:30 and 9. So good luck. Thank you, buddy. That's it.
And now please end it.
Andrew, I will.
Okay.
Can you please pick up all these calls and tell them thank you for listening? We appreciate it. Where was I? Was I getting ready? Was I getting ready to start the big red boot thing?
I think so.
I think we're moving on from the Shorty Shane deal. Man, you don't think that's funny?
You know what? Why don't you put that together and see how it goes? I don't know that you.
Oh, and you want no part of it, right?
If I tell you it's a terrible idea, I wouldn't lie to you. I mean, I tell you the truth.
What about getting a plumbing van and doing a turkey fryer?
That is such a great idea. All right, listen, MJ, when the ideas are great, I will tell you instantly that's a great idea. When the ideas are terrible, I'll tell you instantly it's a terrible idea. I won't lie to you.
Now, I had the story from over the weekend, and I saw this. I'm like, oh, my God, this is ridiculous. And then Froggy, during the last commercial break, Froggy said, have you seen this giant red boot? And Froggy's showing me some wrestling video.
I was watching wrestling with the boys, my buddies, on Monday. I've never seen the red boots, and a wrestler, Seth Rollins, comes out in Ronald McDonald olive oil boots that look like the most cartoonish things I've ever seen. And apparently, I'm like, I got to look this up. I got to see if this is a thing.
These are ridiculous.
And they're so viral.
Am I looking at them? Is this it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Those are
that's the boot.
They're so puffy.
Whatever is going on here, this has just developed in like the last 3, 4, 5 days. And it is the most ridiculous, like Mario Brothers cartoon-like gigantic red boot.
Oh my gosh, it looks like a Smurf boot made of like croc material.
It is ridiculous. It is so large. It is massively exaggerated. It looks like something out of some crazy cartoon, like Roger Rabbit or something. It's insane.
Remember olive oil shoes? Weren't they like that?
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember exactly what they look like.
Ronald McDonald shoes.
Now, if you go on, we'll put a whole bunch of these, links up on mjmorningshow.com.
The thing is, they look ridiculous, but everybody's wearing them. They're all popular.
Fester, there's a New York Post story. Go to Google.
Okay.
Type in this. Big red boots turn trend chasers into $350 cartoons. Type that in. Big red boots turn trend chasers into $350 cartoons. Bring up this, because there was some dude that was wearing them.
These are bigger than the one I saw. Oh,
exactly.
wow.
I think the ones that are in this story are even. That's what I thought. They're even more ridiculous and gigantic than the ones you found on Etsy or wherever the hell those were.
They're called Astro Boy boots.
Astro Boy.
Astro Boy was a cartoon character.
Hey, there's even
I remember him.
What is it? Diplo.
Yeah, the
DJ.
So Diplo was seen courtside at a Knicks game wearing these stupid, gigantic red boots.
There was one basketball player was walking in and wearing them.
But it looks like there's some knockoffs that are out there.
The ones are made by MSCHF or something. It's like Mischief.
Is that what it is? Yeah, exactly. So MSCHF, product design studio, trying very hard to go viral, and it appears that they have succeeded. And they're selling the big red boots. The company describes their latest piece, made with a combination of polyurethane rubber and vinyl acetate, as cartoon boots for a cool 3D world. They are insane.
I'm watching a video on social media of some poor guy laying down and he can't take them off. It's like they're suctioned to his feet.
Well, yeah. What's inside of them?
I'm going to tell you right now that if people try to drive with these things, you are going to get into a car wreck. Oh, we ought to alert Stacy Kemp at Kemp Rouge and Green that she might be getting phone calls from people that are rear-ended or smashed into by idiots wearing the big red boot while driving their car.
You might be a little early on the trend for that.
You fall in a pool with those things on, you're done, buddy. You're going to be walking on the bottom of the pool. It's like those guys who wear those overalls that come up to here.
Waiters, like the guy who's going like a cranberry farmers,
and then they fall in the water and they get filled up and they can't get back up.
Okay, so I'm on the Mischief site right now, and they are currently out of stock. So they've sold them all.
How much?
$350.
That's it.
And that's it.
I think they'd be like $3,000.
I mean, if you have a pair, maybe they're sold out. You can't get them. You could probably mark them up on eBay or something.
It looks like something that you would see like at a fashion show where they wear all that outrageous stuff.
If Mario Brothers were real life.
No, you're right. It's like a runway fashion show where they have some of the most ridiculous, idiotic crap, like a bird's nest revolving around your head.
Right, constellation.
No one is going to wear ever.
Ever.
But like some avant-garde designer wants to just look like a total
an arrow through your head.
A douche or something.
Steve Martin started that look.
I'm telling you,
true.
These are ridiculous.
I want some.
Oh my gosh. This site Mischief has something else that's totally awesome.
What?
They have a walking boot like you injured your ankle, but it's really a shoe.
Are you serious?
So you can just walk around in like a comfortable boot. Like, I'm going to buy that for the airport.
Oh my God.
That's the best thing I've ever seen.
Oh, and wear both of them? Like, I've got double foot injuries. I need to board first.
You just walk right on.
My left foot's really swollen.
Oh my God! Hold on, I got to call Stacy Kemp from Kemp Rouge. I'm telling you, we're going to hear about this. People trying to drive a car with these stupid red boots. Hey, Andrew, can you get some of the links and images up at mjmorningshow.com? Are they up? All right, if you go to mjmorningshow.com and you go to stories mentioned on the MJ Morning Show, look for the top of the page, look for the little tile that says stories mentioned, click on that, and we have numerous links to the big, giant red boot. And however ridiculously outrageous and large you think this big red boot is, it's bigger. Trust me.
They're giant.
All right, hold on.
Someone just sent me a picture of Lil Wayne with big boots.
Really?
Well, Seth Rollins curb stomped The Miz with his, and it worked pretty well.
You're talking about wrestling again, right?
Love it.
Dude, what is your deal with wrestling? Hey, Andrew, pick up line 2. I'm calling Stacy Kemp from the law firm of Kemp Rouge and Green. And I want to know if they've had their big red boot accident case first yet. That's what I want to know.
The first one.
I think it's stuck in an escalator.
I'm telling you, it's going to happen. No, I'm talking about someone trying to drive a car, and they go to hit the brakes, and they can't get the brakes, and they hit the gas.
You'll hit both of them.
The boot is so big, you're not going to be able to hit either the gas or the brake with the big red boot. It's not going to happen.
Hit the gas instead of the brake.
Is that Stacy Kemp? All right, Stacy Kemp's on the phone. Stacy Kemp, one of the principals at Kemp Rouge and Green, your car accident team. Hey, Stacy, MJ Morning Show calling. How are you?
I'm good, MJ. What is this big red boot?
All right, listen, I'm putting you on alert that it might happen anytime now. The latest viral fad is something called the Big Red Boot. Now, if you want to see what this is, go to mjmorningshow.com at the top of the page, look for stories mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. Click on that, and then you'll see the links to the big red boot. It's a new fashion trend, and it is the most ridiculous, chunky, cartoon-like, exaggerated. When I say big red clown boot, that doesn't even do it justice. And my concern is that it's going viral. People are buying these things. And someone's going to try to drive a car while wearing this boot, and your next prospective client is going to get rear-ended by some schmuck on wheels, literally, with the big red boot. So I'm just putting you on notice that, hey, you might have some big red boot cases coming your way.
So, I mean, who are we going to sue? The boot company for making their boots too big?
Well, no, I think it's the first one you're going to sue is the driver that's wearing it and smashes into your client.
I mean, there's a lot of angles here, Stacy.
I know. I'm thinking of all these angles we could possibly have. We have the boot company. I mean, this seems a little dangerous, these red boots.
It does, because there is no way that you could drive a car and delineate between the gas and the brake, and that's dangerous, right? So, listen, we see the first line of everything. You know, in our position here at the MJ Morning Show, we see items as they're becoming stories and fads, and I just thought we'd put you on alert that you might have some big red boot-induced accidents coming your way.
Well, listen, I appreciate it. We're going to make sure we look out for these big red boots on our cases coming up here.
All right, and you call me immediately if you get a car wreck and you got somebody with a jankied up neck or something, or their car's all smashed in, and it turns out the other driver was wearing the big red boot. You got to call me right away.
I'm on it, MJ. You got it.
All right, Stacy Kemp, Kemp Rouge and Green. If you're in a car wreck, folks, remember, Kemp Rouge and Green is your car accident team. Make sure you get what's coming to you. Property damage, loss of wages, pain and suffering. The Tampa Bay area is growing like crazy. We've got bad drivers all over the place. So if you're in a car wreck, remember, pound HURT, pound HURT for Kemp Rouge and Green, your car accident team. Thanks, Stacy.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Stacy, I just sent it to you on Twitter, so look at your Kemp Rouge Green Twitter, and you'll have the picture there.
Let's order a few of them and have like a sprint race.
They're sold out.
Yeah, they're sold out right now.
Damn it. Yeah. You'd be better off just going to Home Depot and getting like that Expanda-Foam and wrap your feet in it.
Folks, even though we're very descriptive on the MJ Morning Show, I don't think we can do it justice. You got to go see it.
You have to.
You got to go to mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. Click on Stories Mentioned and take a look at this ridiculous, asinine pair of boots. All right, we're back in a second. Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next. And I got like 3 hours of material left that we haven't gotten to. So it's going to be a solid, I got to put it together. So don't miss the next segment. Trust me on this. We're back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105.
That voice.
Yeah,
there goes my favorite mug.
Those high notes hit some glass kind of hard here in the studio.
She got up there.
Smashed some glass in here. All right, MJ Morning Show, Q105, 9:35 at the MJ Morning Show. Hey, on a whole different note this morning, did you see the story that's now coming out about that United Airlines flight from December 18th that came within 775 feet of smashing into the Pacific Ocean?
Yeah.
How did nobody hear about that before now?
That's the point I want to make. Why is the story just coming out? That aircraft, that particular Boeing 777-200, which United operates, it was flight 1722. It was Maui, Hawaii to San Francisco, 777 heavy, wide body, and I believe their configuration will hold 364 passengers. Around holiday time, I'm guessing that flight was probably full. And the story's just coming out now. How did passengers not call media back in December and say, oh my God, our plane almost crashed into the Pacific Ocean? So they're climbing out of Maui, and they went from about 2,200 feet down to 775 feet. They're climbing out. They're taking off. Crucial part of flight. And then they nosedive toward the Pacific. And the G's were insane. They recover the aircraft. But I guess passengers did not know how close they came to, smashing into the Pacific Ocean and all perishing.
You couldn't look out the window and see this big blue thing rushing toward your plane?
That is insane. And why is the story just coming out now? Well, I guess part of it is because if there's pilot error in the cockpit, if you self-report, they don't come down on you like a ton of bricks right away. And that's sort of an incentive to get pilots to report if there's a potential issue, a near miss, an accident. Self-reporting, it's kind of a way to, keep them more honest, that you say, oh, we screwed up, we made a mistake, self-report. The pilots did self-report. But you're on a climb out, and you're at probably full throttle, 2,200 feet, climbing out with a 777. That's
not very high.
That's baby steps, man. That's not high at all. And then to go into a nosedive and lose 1,400 feet to 775 in 20 seconds, that is insane.
See, I don't understand. See, I follow a YouTube page about air disasters.
Yep.
And they say that some pilots get disoriented and they can't tell if they're looking at the sky or the water.
That's the horizon.
Oh,
so
really?
you get
So how can you not tell if you're pointing up or pointing down?
Well, that happened to JFK Jr.
Yeah,
that's what happened to him in the fog. Is you lose your horizon and you don't know which way is up or down. That's why.
But don't you feel it?
That's why you always have to trust your instrumentation, and you don't go with your gut. You trust on an airplane. On the console, you have the horizon where it'll show you if the plane is level, it'll show you ground, the blue is for sky, and the horizon is clear. And some pilots have made errors going with what they thought was right versus going with what the instruments are telling you.
Can't you also trust, I don't know, gravity?
I know, that's what I'm saying. How do you not
take my pen out of my pocket and drop it? Well, okay,
Guess
it
what?
went that way. Let me flip over.
You can get into a disorientation where you don't know which way is up.
Well, that's what they say happened with Kobe Bryant, the helicopter crash.
They got lost. It was
Yeah.
very foggy. That pilot should have never taken off with that helicopter.
I've experienced it on my flight simulator many times. When I tried to crash into MJ's house, I got disoriented that one time.
You're an idiot.
Dude, that's what happened to Ebenezer Wright, the third Wright brother. I've never heard of.
That's Froggy's Entertainment, is locating my house on Google Maps.
And crashing into it with an airplane.
Crashing into my house with an air. What's wrong with you?
I did park it right in your backyard one time.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Right in the pool.
I saw you naked in the shower.
Yeah, whatever. But that's a crazy story. But now the NTSB is investigating, so it seems that we might have some more information. I want to know what happened. If you have that kind of a dive and then the flight recovers and then continues on to San Francisco, that tells me it's nothing mechanical, that those pilots, what the hell were they doing during what should be a totally sterile cockpit time frame below 10,000 feet, and they're flying and they lose 1,400 feet and come within 775 feet of smashing into the Pacific Ocean? What the hell were they doing in that, or not doing in that cockpit?
Doing?
Well, I would imagine that we're going to find out from the NTSB at some point what exactly happened on United 1722 Heavy. heading from Maui to San Francisco.
Wow.
Because that aircraft, I believe United's configuration on the 772 is, I think, 364 potential passengers.
Wow.
Or souls.
Now, we are hearing, that's another term they use. We are hearing, though, that the pilots were sent for retraining.
Yeah, I hope.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea.
All right, we're going to focus on takeoffs.
We're going to focus on not putting the plane into a dive and coming within 700 feet of smashing a perfectly good Boeing 777 into the Pacific Ocean.
With like 400 people on it.
360.
364.
Hit the simulator, boys.
If I'm those passengers, I'm not flying again.
That's insane. They thought it was the end. Some passengers they didn't really realize until recently how close they came to perishing. I mean, that's terrible.
See what I always say: if my plane's going down, I'm having sex with the closest person next to me.
Well, I sit next to you on most of the flights we take together.
You better get ready.
I'm always ready.
All right. Did you notice that shrinkflation has hit Valentine's Day?
Aw.
Yeah, a lot of folks are saying shrinkflation. Like you go buy a dozen roses, there are only 3 now. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Yeah, I was going to say
yeah, it's easy to count.
Mean, it seems like the price of roses have jumped up. I bought roses for the wedding yesterday, and just regular run-of-the-mill supermarket roses were like $25.
That's pretty
I thought
expensive.
you were going to say you bought roses for your wife. Guess not.
I guess you didn't do that.
So I bought a dozen for Allison, and I expensed it to the company.
That's true.
Yeah, I bought a dozen for the bouquet that we made for Lisa Marie, and I bought another. I bought that for Lisa Marie, and Allison made the bouquet, and then I bought another dozen for $25, and I just turned it into Terry.
Oh yeah, that's going to make it so easy to get your expense check.
Good luck with
taken
that,
care of. Yeah,
Terry said I could expect the check in Q3.
Yeah, no one's going to hear about this as you broadcast it. No, shrinkflation has hit candies. And if you purchased Valentine's Day candies, and let's say there's a particular candy that you like, what's happening, prices are staying the same or going up, but the amount of candy, the ounces, is reducing. And there are a lot of folks that are saying, yeah, they noticed that it's happening with Valentine's chocolates, that shrinkflation is hit. You're not getting as many pieces. The count or the ounces is getting reduced. But a lot of times it's the same size box, but fewer candy. So it has been noticed and noted that shrinkflation, and that's where prices will go up, but the product inside goes down. Shrinkflation is a big deal. We've seen it with everything. With ice cream, it used to be a half gallon. Now it's what, a quart and it's a quart and a half or whatever the heck it is. What about like laundry detergent?
Laundry boxes of cereals where I see it the most. We go through a lot of sugar cereal in my house.
So cereal shrinkflation. You look at like a big thing of like liquid Tide or all, or look at those containers. The number of ounces in like the liquid detergents has totally shrunk, while prices have stayed the same or gone up. Shrinkflation, man, it's hitting everything.
Those folks at General Mills are funny. The front of the box is the same size. Then you pull the box off the shelf, and it's an inch thick.
Oh, the narrow box.
Yeah,
that's
the
right.
narrow box. It's an inch thick box.
The height is the same, but it's like a narrow little, almost like it got flattened by a steamroller.
Right. Is this a joke?
You see it in potato chips too. Bags of potato chips.
It's
It'll
everything.
just be like,
And you see it in my crotch.
I mean, it is so small.
You've got shrinkflation in your crotch.
Mrs. Hurdle always complains about
I
it.
mean, it's the same size pants, but you're like,
It shrinks every day.
I mean, every day. It stays that way.
I don't know what's happening.
Months at a time.
Anything we missed? I literally have like a whole other show sitting right here that we haven't even done.
Good, we have one to do tomorrow. So
no prep tonight.
It works.
Yeah. You know what I didn't mention? A couple of things here. Let me get a couple of things out of the way. Did you see that the ex-nanny for Olivia Wilde and Jason Sudeikis is suing, saying that their split caused her anxiety?
yeah, it caused her anxiety after she went to the press and told secrets about their home life.
What the hell?
What are they like? Beat each other up?
The nanny is saying that I've had terrible anxiety because of their split, so I'm suing now.
Good
for her. Good for her.
What the hell? And this is the nanny that blabbed all about them. I mean, they ought to probably go after her. I got to believe that Olivia Wilde and Jason Sudeikis are smart enough to have a non-disclosure agreement with The Help.
More importantly, Jason Sudeikis, season 3 of Ted Lasso.
Yeah, when does that drop?
Middle of March. 1 episode a week.
Season 3, Ted Lasso coming. I think it's the final season, right?
I heard that show sucks.
No, what are you kidding me? Froggy, the Ted Lasso's great. And my deal is we're not subscribers to Apple TV.
I watch Real Soccer.
So I wait for Apple to send me the DVDs for my consideration for the SAG-AFTRA Awards.
Oh, you and your SAG card.
So,
I think you're so great.
Like season 3, I'm going to have to wait until the DVDs ship next January.
I hope they don't get nominated for crap when you're out in the cold.
Unless they don't get nominated.
Yeah.
Anything else we get out of here?
That's it.
Oh, and Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, they were seen together on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, weren't they seen coming out of couples counseling somewhere, too?
I don't know about that, but I mean, amid the rumors of a split and that Machine Gun Kelly was getting it on with that, what was it, Lloyd? What's her name?
Sophie
Lloyd, this smoking hot guitarist.
He finally looked down and saw those awful feet. He's like, I got to go back to my ex. Ugh.
But he was seen with Megan Fox yesterday on Valentine's Day.
Good, nice.
We got to roll, folks. Have a great day. Website loaded, mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. You want to get a hold of me? Got content, comments, questions? My private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. Folks, let's be careful out there, and we'll see you tomorrow.